Standing by.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Complete.
Night is falling in Prague, and thus the multi-dimensional portal is open. Konnichigen! Is your favorite superstar, the multi-dimensional Tajigen Kaiden, a sentient star cluster in VTuber idol form for your entertainment? Or perhaps I should do this intro. Hello, good evening, and welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle, Bloodhunt, Prague by Night. I am your storyteller, Kaiden Tajigen! That's meant to be a reference to LA by Night and New York by Night, the official tabletop session streams that World of Darkness has done. That's worth mentioning there. I still have been watching LA by Night. I'm about to finish the 4th season, or at least I'm about to see the season finale because there's still epilogues. Microfona, thank you for the hydrate. Let me get my water. Double hydrate. Oh, triple, quadruple. Oh my god, do I have a limit for that hydrate? Oh my god, I need to set a limit. I need to set a limit. You always learn the hard way that you need to set a limit to your redeems. It's always when somebody redeems them a lot. But alright, I'm gonna chug some water then. Give me a second. Hey, happy hump day, happy Wednesday, Mikro. I hope you're doing well. Time to chug some water. And hey, it's a good thing. I start out well hydrated. That's how they do it in the army, as far as I understand. Like, they chug a whole bottle of water to hydrate. Especially when they're out in the desert. They gotta be efficient about it, but alright. Let me chug some water. You may hear some of that in the microphone. Let's see. Whoa. That is a lot. I'm sorry if that was a bit difficult to hear in the microphone. And by difficult, I don't mean that you couldn't hear it, but like, it was like gross sounds or something like that. But yeah. I'm drinking some mate, by the way, today. So, technically not tea, but that's what I'm having. Some yerba mate. Ah, well. Hope you're doing well, Mikro. Yes, we are about to jump into Vampire the Masquerade Bloodhunt. We're about to suck at the game in every sense of the word. I suck blood as a vampire and I suck as a player in the game. Nevertheless, I will try my best. But yeah, watching LA by Night has been fun. New York by Night I have kept up with. You know, before I know it, I'm gonna finish LA by Night. I don't think I'm gonna finish it this month, but I'll definitely finish the 4th season this month. And yeah, October is a good month to finish a Vampire the Masquerade campaign chronicle. Because, you know, it's October. Spooky and stuff. I made sure you weren't thirsty before going in as a vamp. Good. You know, if you're thirsty in Vampire the Masquerade, you risk going into a frenzy, losing your humanity, breaking the masquerade, and that's all bad news. You don't want that. You don't want that. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna be feeding on a lot of mortals. And hopefully some kindred as well. I diablerize, which means I defeat a player. So, hopefully that's a good thing that happens there. Also, Twitch has been doing some shenanigans with the ads, by the way. Like, I ran a 3-minute ad, which was supposed to remove the automatic ads for 1 hour. But it didn't do that, and not only did it not do that, but it also still ran a 90-second ad after the 3-minute ads. Like, that was awful. So I'm not gonna use 3 minutes anymore, unless they're set to be automatic, which I'm not going to because it's still too long. So yeah, it's a friggin' mess on Twitch. Hopefully they fix it. I need to give feedback, but I still, you know, just forget about it, even if I make a note. Like, with all the stuff I have going on in my lives, yes, that is plural, in my lives, you know, it's something that I just end up missing out on. I just forget about it. But yeah, we're about to jump into Prague. Oh yeah, one more thing. I'm going in with a different mindset than, well, not entirely different mindset, with an improved mindset than the one I've had playing Battle Royales for so long now. Mostly Fortnite, really. But yeah, playing, well, Fall Guys is another one that fits the bill. There just wasn't room for it this week, otherwise I would have been happy to have it. Already some leaks are coming out of Fall Guys for the next season. There's just no date for it yet, but I digress. You know, the reason why I'm coming in with an improved mindset is because today, literally just before the stream, I watched one of the videos of Masahiro Sakurai from his new channel, which I highly recommend, about creating games. I forget what the full name of the channel is, but if you search him on YouTube, there's a high chance you're going to find him. You're going to find one of those new videos. And I watched the video about risk and reward. I've been holding off on watching it because it's like one of the longest. It's like exactly 10 minutes long. So there's that. And, well, he talked about risk and reward. And, you know, without going into details, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's about risk and reward, and how reward and risk are so close to each other all the time. And in a game, like a Battle Royale game, that is super true. You know, if you play something like Animal Crossing, maybe something like a strategy game, which still has that risk and reward thing, but, you know, not as notable as a more action-oriented game, or at least a turn-based strategy is what I'm talking about here. You're not gonna see it as much, but Battle Royale games, huge risk all the time. And you may not realize that sometimes huge risks, yes, they indeed have huge rewards with them. One of the most notable cases is when you try to get into an area with high loot, which is probably gonna have many more players with it, because, you know, high loot is just gonna make it be a hot drop, and you're gonna see a lot of players just appear there, and thus high risk, high reward. That's how it is. And the thing about high risk that was not told in that video is that you need to have the skills to match that risk. And a lot of the time, you may find that you don't have it. And that's why you feel like the game is not rewarding you as much as you want to. Because you don't have the skills to match the risks that the game gives you. Even the low risks. And that's what happened to me yesterday in Rumbleverse. And I'm gonna do my best not to be a salty mess today. Yesterday I went into like that salt, mild, toxic, epic gamer territory, and I apologize for that. Hopefully it was amusing though. Like, oh my god, you bitch, you baited me. I hate you. I hate my life, I hate this world, I hate this game. I like Rumbleverse, it's a good game. It's a good game. But yeah, I don't have the skills to match the risks that the game gives me. On the other hand, on Fortnite, a lot of the time I have the skills to match the risks. I have some nice game sessions yesterday, by the way, after the stream. I took the bad taste out of my mouth from the bad things that happened in Rumbleverse, and I didn't do that bad. I mean, I had that game in which I was number 2 on Rumbleverse yesterday. It's right there. Hopefully I'll be able to clip it in the future. But I had some nice Fortnite sessions yesterday. I won a game yesterday while I was Super Saiyajin with Vegeta. With Vegeta. And I still haven't watched Superhero. I'm gonna be watching it soon, hopefully. Maybe this Sunday, if I have the time. Because, you know, it's a busy week with all the Battle Royale stuff going on, so I don't know if I can, like, make time for that. But yeah. And I had a lot of games in which I didn't win, but I was like, ooh, in like most of them I was in the top 10. I continue to perform really well in Fortnite, and I'm very glad about that. You know, I'll be very happy to see what comes up. Apparently the update this week didn't do much, so there's that. But yeah, I completed the biting quests that were new, and I finally completed that Boogie Bomb quest that was so difficult. I was able to grab a Boogie Bomb when we were in like the last 15 players or so. and I threw it at an IO outpost, so yeah. You know, Battle Royale games have been great at teaching me about the risk and reward thing, so watching that video by Sakurai Masahiro has been great because of, it's made me realize the lessons I've learned. Like, it's one thing to learn the lessons, it's another to know what lessons you have learned. Because when you learn something, that doesn't mean that you've realized you've learned something, you know? They say that you learn something new every day, which is technically true. But some of these things may be very minor to the extent that you don't even know you learned them. Like, oh yeah, today I learned that this rock on my backyard is different than that other rock in my backyard. You know, it's a technicality when they say you learn something new every day. So when you learn that, you may not realize you're learning something new. So, you know, that's what I'm hoping to say right here. Hopefully you're able to follow me, making some sense. I know I can ramble a lot with the things I say, but I have a good reason to ramble in the way I do. Anyway, with all that being said, let's tell a vampire story. Yes. And I continue to have my new microphone filters, by the way. Hopefully things are not too loud. I do notice that OBS is telling me that it gets fully red at times. But also when I speak very quietly, hopefully it's able to have some nice gain to it like I'm doing right now. And right now that I'm speaking very quietly, you're able to tell what I'm saying over the music right now. I am noticing that the gain right now on the microphone is still good enough. Oh, yes. Let me listen to that. On the microphone is still good enough. Oh, yes. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure you could hear me clearly over the music right there. You know, this is something that I needed to do on my microphone for a while, so I'm glad I finally did it. So I don't just raise my voice all the time. Hey, don't get me wrong. I like getting excited about things. I like reacting to shit. I like reacting to the shenanigans that happen all the time, as you saw yesterday. And we're gonna see more today. Like, oh shit, you know, that kind of thing. But there are many times in which I really need to speak quieter, more quietly. And finally, it's the time for that. Sadly, yesterday I didn't have / make the time for you know, I spent like an hour or maybe longer playing Fortnite, which was worth it. But apart from that, yeah, I didn't have the time to do the microphone settings because I still haven't finished. Like, these new settings I have on the mic, like, there's still some other things I need to do from a video tutorial I was following. If you're interested, let me know and I can link the video. It's been helpful so far. Like, the thing that was always so difficult for me was the troubleshooting, the gauging you need to do. Like, following a tutorial, yeah, for the most part, it's a simple thing. Like, if you really do it step by step, it can be something that is done for you, so to speak. You just need to follow the instructions. However, the problem comes when you have to do a lot of things by yourself, like checking the ratio, and I'm not talking about Twitter, by the way, checking the ratio, checking the release, a particular setting that you have to keep gauging. Like, you have to keep testing, you have to keep talking, testing, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100. You know, that sort of thing. And you have to make recordings and listen to those recordings. Like, that's the thing that's difficult because of the time it takes. Or technically, it's not difficult, it's just that it takes a lot of time. But for me, difficulty, you know, when something takes a long time to do, that's difficulty for me. I've been talking about Habitica a lot and how much it has helped me. Well, by the way, things are gonna be laggy right now because when the game starts, it's like that. But I also need to reduce the graphics settings because when I played this off the stream, I actually increased the graphics because I wasn't playing it anymore. So allow me. Well, actually, it seems to be okay right now. Oh, also, another thing I just did from the lessons I learned from Sakurai's videos in his channel. Finally, I set my central monitor, you know, the one I play video games on, to have a game mode. Because apparently you can have a little bit of input lag if you don't set your monitor to be in low latency or game mode. And I finally did that, which is funny. But yeah, the GPU is spiking right now. There's actually a video for that, and I need to be checking it out soon. So that may be something I need to check out. Gaming careers, you know, speaking of videos that help you become a better content creator, you know, gaming careers, fantastic channel. But yeah, the latest video they uploaded, I think, covers that a little bit. So it may be worth checking. But yeah, quality presets is just gonna be low overall. Actually, yeah, let's restart the game. So I'm gonna quit. And we're gonna restart the whole thing. So let's get back to the portal. Just for a moment. But yeah, microphone settings still need to be done. Hold on. Steam was unable to sync my files to the cloud. What are you talking about? I think the game still needs a little bit of time to finish before I start it again. And yeah, funny thing, I'm noticing a lot of games are using the same anti-cheat service. You know, they have the same splash screen. I'm not showing it on the screen right now, obviously, but I'm seeing the same kind of splash screen that Fortnite and Rumbleverse have, both. And I see the easy anti-cheat bear. I think it's a bear, maybe it's a panda, I'm not sure. But if you know what I'm talking about, you've seen it. It's a blue bear, and next to it is the easy anti-cheat logo. And yeah, it's pretty much the same kind of splash screen for all three of them. Fall Guys, I think, has the same, but I could be wrong. I need to check it again. But yeah. Yeah. And by the way, we could do some Fall Guys next week, but my initial plan for next week was gonna be like a full Final Fantasy XIV week, but I think we're also gonna have Fortnite next week because it's gonna be the season finale on Saturday, September 17. So with that in mind, I think the other 3 days of stream, we should have only 2 days of Final Fantasy XIV. And the other day, that is not Fortnite nor FF14, I think it's also the opportunity to check out a new game. We still have Smite pending. That's going to be the one I'm going to check out. But that's going to be the week after that. So I can have 3 days of the week dedicated to 3 different games from Hi-Res Studios. So what I wanted to do was to have Paladins, which is a return to Paladins after a long time. And Paladins, and here we are. Everything should be able to run smoother now. Whoa, my CPU is spiking. Okay, it just spiked for a moment there. And here we are. Here's this beautiful Toreador. The closest I will ever get to how I want to look in the game. Hello there. And this is not my clan. Toreador is not my clan, but I wouldn't mind being a Toreador. I think I could roleplay a Toreador really well if we ever get to that point as well. And also, Nosferatu. I would mind being a Nosferatu because it's not a nice thing to be, but I think I could roleplay a Nosferatu really well. But my clan is Malkavian, which is not represented in the game yet. And I think, honestly, given the gameplay approach that the developers might take, that I think they should take personally, in terms of which clans they're introducing, I think Malkavian is very low on the priority list. I think way before you do Malkavian, you should do stuff like Gangrel. So, you know, you transform into an animal. Tremere, so you do some nice magic. La Sombra, so you like have shadows just lashing out at the player or being able to blend into the shadows to escape. Much like you can turn into smoke for a moment, or rather, you know, you obfuscate for a moment to escape or move fast as a Nosferatu. You have the teleport as a Toreador, that sort of thing. Yeah, you know, from a gameplay perspective, it's more fun that way. So you go for those things. Simitsi might be a good one with the transformations you can do to yourself. You know, you become Wolverine for a moment. To an extent, Gangrel had that, but not as much as a Simitsi. You know, you make your hands Wolverine claw-like like that, and you have a recipe for fun right there. So that's it. That's it. Bruja, Toreador, Nosferatu, and Ventrue are the clans that are represented so far. Is that a player walking right there? Nice to see them just walk like that. How do you walk without using a controller, by the way? I'd like to see that. But yeah, I'm using the Toreador Siren. I may continue using that during the matches. However, before we do this, I want to see at the quests we have, because I have been doing some of these. So, okay. Mementos. Leave a memento by Custos. Leave a memento by Kirill. Okay, so what do I do now? I dropped off the items. I think I need to go to the doorkeeper and tell them that I dropped the items to Custos and Kirill. So we're not gonna queue up for anything. I know queuing up takes a while, but for now I wanna like just take it easy. before I start going into the mayhem and they start killing me over and over. Ding! So yeah. Well done. Now take these and place them somewhere close to the Nosferatu and the Harpy. Okay. I know who Maya is, so I'll leave the memento by her. And the Nosferatu is the Nosferatu Primogen, who looks really fucking cool, actually. I mean, one thing that is common amongst Nosferatu is to just completely cover themselves. Like, they look hideous, they look not pleasing to the eyes, so it makes sense that a lot of them just choose to cover themselves a lot. Only that if they wear a mask, they would have to take it off to feed, but that's only while they're feeding. Otherwise, they can completely cover themselves in a full body armor or something like that. And in these modern days, in 2022, 2021, whenever this is taking place, I guess, it's a very, like, cyberpunk kind of armor, which is really effing cool. And that's what the Nosferatu Primogen looks like. Something straight out of Destiny 2, I would say. At least for me. So let's leave that memento. There's Omnis.
Closer.
This war must mainly be fought through data and subterfuge if we are to avoid exposing the masquerade. But the situation is hard to control. And this is what I mean. This is his outfit. Underneath that, it probably looks like a typical Nosferatu monster, if you will. It's a sort of two-way street. No, not two-way street, it's not the expression, sorry. There's sort of two ways you can go about having a Nosferatu look. One is by making them look just very hideous, like you just have them have pimples everywhere, or
Hello, stranger.
you know, just something that's very disgusting and gross, like that. Or you don't necessarily have them look hideous, but they definitely look like a monster. Is this a Nosferatu? Yeah, that's a Nosferatu, but they kind of cover themselves. Like, he doesn't look hideous to me, he doesn't look gross to me, for example, but he does look like a monster. Or he, I think it's a he, right? Oh, and let's go to the doorkeeper again. You know, it's something that doesn't look human, so you can't keep the masquerade. If you go out like that to the streets or whatever, right? But it's not hideous necessarily, it's just like non-human. Not human. Fully not human, like a goblin, like an Argonian maybe, I don't know. Something that definitely doesn't look human. Humanoid still, but not human. Now, time for some fresh air. The Anarchs don't take the masquerade seriously. We gotta show them we mean business. Fire some warning shots, headshots. We do things differently from the Bruja. What happens if you kill them? Well, if you kill them, you kill them. Okay, we gotta get 10 headshots. I wonder if they count against entities, which are NPCs that you can fight. Now we're gonna queue up, and this is gonna be difficult. This is gonna be a difficult quest for me to do. Now, this is the sort of quest that you need to do while out playing the game. You know? I don't think I'm gonna play much Bloodhunt off the stream after this. I would love to stream it again if I have the chance, though. It's just I just suck so much at the game, and the skill ceiling seems so high to me. So impossibly high for me to reach. And again, you know, I was talking about this so much yesterday. I may have been salty here and there, but I still stand by what I said here, which is, when you know what you need to improve, it's good. But when you don't even know how these things are happening, that's where it gets really impossible. That's where it feels really impossible for the player. Sometimes it's the game developer's fault, sometimes it's not. More often than not, it's a mixture of both. But yeah, like, how did they do that? Like, how did you do that? I tried to do that and there's nowhere that tells me how you do that. Like, I don't even know how I got killed. I just blinked and I was downed right there. How did that happen? That sort of thing, right? And that is never a nice feeling. That is never a nice feeling. Let's see, what other quests do we have? But I'm gonna try my best, like, be a student of the game and to figure out what happened. Sneak up close to the entity so you can observe their actions and report back to Kirill. where the entity troops are stationed in Prague. Okay. The entity northwest of Skybar. We might be able to see this on the map. Can we see the map here? No, I think you can only see the map when you're about to get into a match. And you decide where you're spawning. Yeah, this is the one for headshots. And this one, I've been looking for it, but I never find anything. You're supposed to find something between the slaughterhouse and the burning church. There's supposed to be some helicopter that crashed, or an ally that may have been involved in it, or died, or who knows what. I can't find anything, and I've spawned in that area so many times, but yeah. Go to the terrace and pick up Maya's precious record. I haven't been able to find that one. Things are very difficult to find in this game. Like, even in Elysium, when I was supposed to find something, they were very difficult to find. And it's even worse when you're out there. Like, it's nighttime. I don't know. I think the game doesn't want you to do this because it takes away from, like, the setting, the immersion. But I think I'm gonna increase the brightness. You know, when I play... Most of these games tend to be horror games, but not all the time. But when I play a game that wants you to have low brightness settings, I just say fuck that and I go for higher than they recommend. Like, for example, when they tell you, move the brightness bar until the symbol on the right is barely visible. I go for what they recommend for a moment, and then I increase it a little, at least twice more than that. You know, a couple times more than that. Because I'm not gonna do that. It's just bad for my eyesight. Like, I'm not an old man. I'm not some old person that has, like... Well, you don't have to be an old person for this, sorry. But, like, I'm not a boomer. I swear, I'm not a boomer. No, you're really... I'm not somebody that has, like, huge eyesight issues where I need to be wearing glasses for everything. But at the same time, it's so hard on the eyes. The thing is, if I do go for those settings, I will become that person. So I'd rather not become that person, you know? I'd rather not have a situation like that. Absolutely not. Talent show. Oh, yeah. We gotta talk to M, actually. Because we did this to survive for 3 minutes. Or actually, no, I think I don't talk to M. I talked to the doorkeeper. And now this is the quest that followed this. Because I kept the masquerade for 3 games or so. And there were some games in which they didn't count that. So I have a theory that they didn't count games that were too short. Which is a good thing. Like, otherwise somebody could just cheat. They hold a masquerade by just getting themselves killed very quickly and never breaking it, you know? Somebody could exploit that. But at the same time, I mean, you could also just die quickly because somebody killed you. It's not your fault.
Nice piece.
I'm usually all for elegant weapons, but I actually like the crowbar. Reminds me of a great night in San Diego a few years back. She went to San Diego. Well, actually, yeah, she's the Justicar. She's been everywhere in the world. Everywhere where there's a Camarilla presence or where the Camarilla wants to establish a presence, she's probably been there. Or nearly everywhere. I mean, there's other Justicars. But that's the job of the Justicar of the Camarilla. The Camarilla. However you want to say it. I mostly go for the Camarilla pronunciation because from what I understand, it has an Italian origin. But you know, most people that say that switch between the two pronunciations. That's what I've noticed in some game sessions. Oh, also, something I didn't mention. When I finally finish LA by Night, which most likely is next month, I'm probably gonna start another like series. Seattle by Night seems to be a good one. Jason Carl is also the storyteller for that. Very different atmosphere in that game from what I've seen. I've just like seen a few like previews of that from the videos. And then there's one that's... This is not the name of the chronicle, but it's basically this. Miami by Night. It has a different name, I think, but it also has some cast members that were in LA by Night and New York by Night. Nora Ibrahim and... Where was it that I needed to go for the entity? Okay, this is the entity I need to check. I just need to get close. I don't know what they mean by that exactly, but let's see how it goes. You know, it's that, again, risk and reward. I'm gonna take the risk of getting close to an NPC that can kill me, especially early in the game. So let's see what happens. I'm gonna go for the... Or actually, no. Let me go for the... Which one? Oh, okay, I went for the Prowler. I don't know which one is the one that is able. I wanted to go for a Nosferatu because I wanted to go for the one that is able to obfuscate by just crouching. Like so. But yeah, this is not the one. This is not the one. I would have had an obfuscation already otherwise. So yeah, this is not the one. It's the other one. You can tell, by the way, hopefully you're able to tell that I already did some customization. Oh yeah, let's get this armor. Let's get this armor first. I do see this entity. They're gonna be trouble. Okay. I might need to drain them, but there's a couple others. So hopefully this completes the quest, because I'm not sure if I was supposed to also shoot them. Ah, this is not good though. I need to recover. I need to recover. Fuck. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, this is the problem. Oh, okay. That was a player. That was a player. Never mind. Yeah, because there's also entities. But, I mean, that is the risk you're always taking when you're playing in a battle royale and you're doing quests or whatever. There's gonna be players around doing other things, whatever. High risk, high reward and all that. Well, the reward is not very high, unfortunately. Again, I don't know if this is something I can blame on the developers or not, if it's fair to blame it on them, really. But okay, let's see, what can I... Yeah, there's nothing I have here, really. I need to go back, because I don't know if I did the quest, and maybe I need to kill those entities a little bit more. But if this is indeed northwest of the Sky Bar, I might just get killed right here. From the players that are still here, maybe. But I'm gonna face these entities. Or also get killed by those entities. Let's see what we got here. Whoa, silenced SMG, that might be good. It doesn't reveal my presence. Where's the other entity, though? There was an entity here. Can't find it anymore. Oh, there it is. Where were you hiding? The red gas is coming, though. I'm gonna feed here. I'm gonna lose stuff while I'm feeding, which may not be good. That was kind of counterproductive. I just lost my armor instead. That may not have been a good idea, but okay. Alright, let's actually play the game now. And I've already lost a life, so I don't think I'm gonna be lasting much longer at this rate, but gotta give it a try. I got a nice Camarilla key. I mean, this is a golden weapon. This is good. You may notice me slipping into some Fortnite terms when I refer to some of these weapons because they have similar colors. Like an epic weapon instead of purple weapon when I say that. Legendary weapon when I refer to a golden item or weapon, right? Oh, speaking of which, we got an epic. We got a purple katana. That might be good. I've never gotten into like close quarters combat with anyone. I've never seen a good opportunity to do that. Let's see, that's an entity. I might be breaking the masquerade here. No, actually no, we don't need to feed on this entity. Leave them down, leave them down. There's no benefit to doing that. Oh, damn it. There's a lot of entities here. This is gonna be a problem. Now I do need to feed, but it would be better to do it on a regular mortal instead of an entity. Because it's a lot faster. The thing about feeding on entities is that they make it be a lot slower. And I'm not sure if it's because they want to penalize you for feeding on someone that will give you no benefit, or it's because they're armored. It might be a mixture of both, and I forgot I actually have a blood syringe. I should have applied that. But let's use this armor. I hear combat. What is so hard for me still is to be able to tell when there's a player. Like, players just blend in with the background so much, man. It's so difficult to see them. At least for me, it's very difficult. Where are the mortals? Where are the mortals? I need a mortal. Preferably one that will give me an extra life. Oh, I should have taken that blood syringe, but it's okay. I have 3 of them at least anyway. Let's see what we can get here. 1 health per second is good. Sanguine. See, this is a Nosferatu. Well, maybe because I'm also dressed in a dapper way. I don't look disgusting. Well, maybe the teeth are a little bit disgusting, but really, I don't look disgusting. I just look very inhuman, like a ghoul. Well, maybe I shouldn't use the term ghoul because it has a different meaning in this setting, but you know, like a goblin, like a monster, a ghoul, an orc, you might say. Yeah, I look like an orc in Lord of the Rings, you know, in Middle-earth. Totally. But yeah, like, it's not disgusting. Ugly, somebody might say. I could see them saying ugly. And there's some merit to saying it like that, but it's not gross, it's not disgusting. Whoa, wait a minute, my stream is lagging a lot. The stream is lagging so much, what is going on? We are dropping a lot of frames, what's going on? It's not the internet. Oh no. I'm so sorry, we're having a slideshow right here. I didn't notice this. You know what? I'm okay just getting killed here. This is a slideshow. What is going on? Why did this turn into a slideshow? Okay, if they kill me, that's perfectly alright. Wow! You see what I mean? You may not have seen that, but... Oh, okay, I got sandwiched. Just kill me already. I need to get out of this match. Kill me! Like, they just instantly downed me. How did they instantly down me like that? Like, they just shot a couple rounds and I was instantly downed. How is that even legal? What kind of weapon were they using? See, this is one of those instances in which you don't even know what you did wrong because it just looks like they hacked the game. That's what I was talking about yesterday. Literally an example. And it was meant to be a hyperbolic example, but no, it literally happens like that. And okay, I don't know what's going on, but the game is lagging something bad. And hopefully this didn't happen last time I streamed the game. I just, you know, I'm not able to see this when I'm playing the game because I'm focusing on the game, but I finally noticed this now, and wow. Bloodhunt is really not viable to stream, it looks like. Honestly, I have half a mind to just switch to Fortnite. Because I love playing the game so much, and I might take that as an excuse.
Good evening to you.
Start with 2 phlegmatic blood resonance. Ooh, how do I do that? Ah, okay. It must have been for the Prowler itself. So do I have the perk? Oh, there we go. Okay, walking speed when crouching is increased. Phlegmatic. Yeah, this is a lot better. But this is only for the Prowler. Yeah. It's different for each and every one of them. Did I get to complete that mission though? And I'm gonna take a look at the graphic settings because we got a problem there. Let's see. Business as usual. Damage report. Okay. So 1 out of 1 location visited. Okay, we need to talk to Kirill. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on with the graphics. So this starts to happen when I play a round, when I play a Battle Royale round. But I can't do any more. I can't set it any lower than this. Like, what can I do to set it even lower than this? The lowest possible settings I can have. I don't know what to do. What can I do? Let's limit the frame rate to 30 then. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so small now. Hopefully the game still looks okay. This is still, even if it looks like of lower quality and everything, I can tell the difference between 30 and 60 FPS, by the way. It's immediately noticeable. But at least, it's not gonna be a slideshow. Let's talk to Kirill. Sounds like those motherfuckers are sealing our city off. Makes it difficult to move both weapons and warriors. Good that you can let us know. If they blockaded the northern bridge, they most likely blocked the one by the harbor as well. Go see if I'm right. Okay, we're gonna get close to the entity by the harbor. And yeah, it's not showing it here, but when I actually get into a match, we're gonna be able to just sneak like this. And yeah, this is a Nosferatu that may look maybe gross or disgusting because of the hair, but otherwise, I just look like an orc from Lord of the Rings. It's not necessarily a disgusting thing. Some of them do look, like, just very unsightly in that way. Like, man. Very rotten, very just gross, but some of them just look like monsters, and it's kind of cool in that way. So that's the thing about Nosferatu. I think there is a place for cool-looking Nosferatu in a way. Like, a Nosferatu, I recall, maybe I recall incorrectly, but I think there was one that was called Nick, if I recall correctly, and in LA by Night early on that was blue in color. He looked kind of like Count Orlok, actually, so Nosferatu, right? Because he had very long fingers and a very long face. You know, when he smiled, the face went very long. But if I recall correctly, he had blue skin. Like, that sounds really fucking cool. Especially if you go for, like, electric blue. Can you imagine an electric blue Nosferatu or something like that? That's amazing. That's killer. I really hope I can get the money and the funds to be able to upgrade my PC, though. So I can play these games while having BC Face and OBS, you know. But I'm also going to take a look at what graphic settings I can use for things. Keep in mind, I think I'm also using my GPU for filters for my microphone, of all things, on OBS. I'm so sorry if you heard that, by the way. Speaking of microphone, I'm drinking my mate and I drink that from a straw. I'm gonna try to be more mindful when I drink. Hopefully you don't hear the slurping. Yeah, that's what it's like when a Nosferatu is drinking, like that kind of like drinking. What are all those maniacs doing there? Hey, look at that! How did they do that jump? I want to try doing that jump. Oh, there you go. I want to try doing that jump. Hold on. I mean, it's some skill building. These skills... Yeah, those skills can come in very handy when you play the Battle Royales. There you go. Yeah, the thing they don't allow you to do in Elysium, you can't actually climb the walls, but if you get to the very top of something, you can scale that. Like, you can't do the regular climbing, though, but if you get to the very top, you can scale it in that way, like I just did right now. Like, I'm still able to just get up, but I can't climb the whole way, like the full-on wall climbing. But I can do that, as you saw right there. But yeah, we had over 2,000 frames missed due to rendering lag. Over 4,000 skip frames due to encoding lag. Well, let me queue up right now. And how did I emote again? How did I emote? I forget how you emote. How did you emote? I forget. I'm gonna just push a lot of buttons here. A lot of keys, I mean. I'm still on keyboard. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be playing this any better. There we go. It's Z. It's Z. That's a funny taunt. The voice. And then that dance. That looks a little bit funny. There we go. That was not a long queue. Very nice. Very nice. So we're gonna try to get close to the entity by the harbor. Since we're gonna get close to the water, there's something I really need to mention. Too bad this was missed on the stream. Too bad this was not on the stream. That's the problem when I play off the stream sometimes. You can't swim in this game. But you find out the hard way when you go into the water. You know what happens when you go into the water? You get it eaten. You get it instantly eliminated by a shark. And when that happened, I didn't have any lives left. Like, I used my one life for that. So I got eliminated from the game by a shark. And you find out the hard way. But at least you get an achievement on Steam for that. So when you go into a place like the harbor, you gotta be careful. You gotta be really fucking careful. I mean, I was like silent for a solid 10 seconds or so, just in shock. Like, holy shit, man. I forget the name of the game developers, but holy shit, game developers. Holy shit, White Wolf, I don't know. Like, wow, that felt like I just got slapped in the face But in retrospect, it's a funny thing. In retrospect, it's a funny thing. Like some of the eliminations I got at Rumbleverse yesterday, it felt dirty. Because at the time, it feels awful. But later, it just feels funny. And not that much later. Like, it's not one of those things in life in which you have to wait years before you can laugh about it. At least not for me. No, just give it like some minutes, some hours maybe. And I'm able to just laugh so much about it. There's already some shooting going on, but I want to keep it in stealth because I want to just get close to them to complete the mission. I may actually need to climb the wall. All right, risk and reward, right? Let's scale these walls here to see what risk and reward we can get out of this. Let's get everything here. And there's somebody dead over there. What happened? Gotta be careful not to drop down to the water there. I'm outside the ring. We can call it a ring. The red fog. Well, actually, it's not really a ring because... Yeah, because... Wait, where is the entity? Are they in higher ground by any chance? Where is the entity? I can't see them. I'm gonna need to find out where they are, but I want to be careful because... Well, first of all, I don't want the entity themselves to see me. And second, I don't want a player to see me while I'm trying to do this mission, right? Oh, they were here, but they got killed by someone. Well, okay, yeah, I did complete the quest still. That's good. Alright, let's get that revolver. Purple revolver, very nice. Okay, I think I must have done some decent damage. 200 damage to enemy players with any melee weapon. That was close. That was some good damage. Look at that bearded Nosferatu right there. Not bad. Hey, I had a purple katana, so that was a perfect time to go melee. I was literally just thinking about how I was just gonna go with the katana anyway. When they surprised me there. That's the other tough thing. Like, how do you properly see your surroundings in this game? I'm just too used to Fortnite. Like, Fortnite spoils you when it comes to your surroundings because other games are much harsher. Is that a word? Harsher or more harsh? Well, anyway, more harsh about players surprising you and what you're able to perceive of your environment because you can't hear them as clearly when they're close to you. And I'm not talking about somebody who's cloaked like me, you know, in the shadows or whatever. No, 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 no. Like, with Fortnite, you can hear so clearly. And on top of that, you have visual sounds. I talked about this yesterday, I think, or in a previous stream. Like, you have... you see and you hear sounds, basically. Oh, I didn't mean to do that skill. That's a waste because it might be good in a pinch to escape. We have armor here. Let's see if we can get this. Might be good to get this. Can I cloak while I'm using this? No, no way I can. Yeah, I figured I wouldn't be able to, but it's worth a try anyway. Let's see. I need to get some feeding to get some upgrades and maybe to get an extra life. Let's avoid the red fog and get into the safe area. We got an additional piece of armor, so hopefully I'm able to use it if I get armor down or something. Where are these shots happening? Over there? Okay. Let me see. Human being here. Lower cooldown of sewer bomb power. Yeah, the thing about this class, this archetype, is that you have to camp. And that's not something I've learned to be good at in this game. Okay, this is just a waste. Missing resonance slot. I don't think I understand fully that mechanic. What to do with the missing resonance slot. You're supposed to diablerize a player to get it or whatever. Yeah, I'm just wasting the feed here, I think. Let's see if we can find other mortals while being fully cloaked like this. But it says drink enemy player's blood, I think it says. Maybe it means one of the entity NPCs. So there's a benefit to drinking them if that is the case. But I think it means an enemy player. So you are supposed to down an enemy player and drink their blood. Diablerize them. Because you're missing a resonance slot. And you can't gain it otherwise. From what I understand. And I don't know what makes it be that way. But yeah. I saw a player here in the distance, by the way. They may be long gone by now, but yeah. It's just so difficult. Like, when I see a player, I can't find a good time to shoot them. Wait, there's action here. Yeah, people are able to see you if you're close to them. Even these NPCs. And there's action around here. But I want to see if I can get maybe an extra life or who knows what. The Bloodhunter player is over there. Legmatic. Hey, back for another bite. Fangs too. But yeah, did you see her? She's reacting to me when I get very close to her, even though I'm cloaked. I have noticed that some players are able to notice me. Like, even from a bit far away, they can still see me if I'm like this. Even when I'm like this. But alright, we got the extra life. That doesn't mean we can just be uncloaked all the time now, but it's time for me to move around a little bit faster. So I can get maybe more things. And it's time to find another player, maybe. There's a couple of blood-hunted players over there. Let me see if I can get to them. Okay, that was not a good one. I wanted to move faster to the rooftop there. I just rarely ever get the drop on someone when I move around. That's the big problem here. So we have the epic katana. You know what? I'm gonna try to go for melee combat here. It might be bad. It might be really bad because in the rooftops, well, actually anywhere, unless it's indoors or something like that, it's difficult to get into the close range you need. So I need to stay in low areas of sorts. So we did get the drop on them like this. Let's diablerize them. I think this is what I needed to do. There is someone here though. Don't think I don't see you. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Let's see if we can get that Camarilla key. So, finally got some nice kills here. I'll take that very happily. Very, very happily. Oh shoot, that was a mortal! Oh, damn it! Oh, damn it. Okay. If I'm blood hunted, does it matter if I'm cloaking anymore? Because they can see me on the map anyway. Yeah. It's happened to me before, man. I see somebody moving and they feel like a player, but it ends up being a mortal. Oh man, we really need to start telling. It's always at the very last moment while I'm shooting them that I realize, oh shit, it's a mortal. It looked like somebody was dancing. It looked like he was a player just doing the dance emote. I mean, hey, I'm happy with this game though because of those 2 kills I got. So I'll take that. That was a good use of the katana. Maybe I should go for a Bruja so we can go for that melee combat. Bruja seem to be the best at melee combat, and also I haven't been paying attention. How has the performance been, by the way? Has the stream lagged in any way? Please let me know in the chat if the stream turns into a slideshow. It does look a little bit choppy to me, but I don't know if it's because the quality is bad or because I reduced the graphics, which I know is a little bit ironic, but yeah. Let's see if I can maybe use the sewer bomb on them, like, right off the bat. Oh, speaking of sewer bombs. No, they're shooting at me. I'm not gonna be able to do anything good like this. No. You know, the biggest problem that happens in the game with me is that, the biggest issue is that nearly all the time, enemies are just able to shoot me first. Like, you know, I am Greedo and they are Han Solo. They always are able to strike at me first, and that gives them the inevitable advantage. Like, no matter how much damage I deal with them. You saw that earlier when I first used my purple katana. Like, I did some good damage, 200 damage. However, they were able to attack me first, so they were inevitably gonna win that duel. A katana duel, which was fun. But, yeah, like... I need to be able to get the drop on the enemy. I need to be able to get my surroundings well enough that I'm able to find them first. That's the thing. That's the trick. Or at least, the first thing I need to learn to start getting good at the game. That's what it feels like to me. I wonder if increasing the brightness will help. But it was a good game. 2 nice eliminations with the katana right there. Managed to stand my ground in those 2 battles there. Really good use of it because it was a purple katana. I mean, it's gotta be good. Got some good challenges done here. 2 players killed, 3 diableries in total because it was only 1 diablerie in this game as far as I know. Time survived. Yeah, lots of challenges completed right here and a nice amount of experience thanks to that. And we completed another quest for Kirill, the Brujah Primogen. So let us get back to Elysium. And actually, this is good timing. I need to go AFK. I need to feed my doggos, the king and the queen, as I call them. They are royalty, so it's time for them to eat. It's time for a royal meal for them. Ooh, double homicide and Blade Apprentice player icon. I'm gonna leave the screen in the customization part, so I can remember what I was doing. Yeah, I'm also gonna go where Kirill is before I go and do that. Sometimes I go the long way to get to where I need to go because I forget, especially for the sewer areas, these underground areas. It's kind of difficult to remember to make your way to them. Okay. Hopefully I am getting better at the game though. Those were some really good katana eliminations right there. And again, the first frontier I need to cross. The first frontier I need to cross, that's a good way to phrase it, is to be able to get the advantage first. If we you know, thinking of a turn-based RPG, for example, it's like when you surprise the enemy, you always get the first strike, right? Or when the enemy surprises you, they get the first strike before you begin the battle proper, and it's like, you know, each person has their turn equally, so to speak. So it's like you get a double turn if you get the advantage. And if the enemy gets the advantage of you, it's like they get a double turn. So it's like double damage, right? That's how it is like, right here. Just way more action-based. Way more action-based, I would say. And that's what I need to do. I need to be able to either make the battle equal in the first place, we both notice each other at the same time, or I get the drop first. That's Battle Royale 101, I guess. But figuring out how to do it in this game is what I need to do. Just learning the map, I guess. Learning in the lighting of the areas and everything. If I can feel like I can truly learn that and it's not gonna take me 1,000 hours to learn, then I might continue playing this game. Although streaming it is another story because these performance issues with the graphics and everything are a problem. But I'm looking more into these improvements I need to do in OBS. It's always a learning process, especially as technologies keep changing. I mean, it's not like I'm a new person to streaming, but there's still some things that I need to go back and look into. Like those things. Like the microphone settings I'm looking into, especially when you change your microphone. I used that dynamic microphone for a while before I went back to the Blue Yeti I'm using right now. Fantastic microphone still, which I'm very happy to say. But I will eventually go back to a dynamic microphone when I have the chance. Because my ATR 2100 stopped working, which is a shame, but that's what happened. Anyway, with all that in mind, I'm gonna leave it right here. I will leave you with the Twitch clips as always. And stay connected to the multidimensional portal, everyone. I'll be back. And shoot down. Oh, that's the fun. That's what I was looking forward to doing again in SWTOR. You know I love my AoE. Oh yes. It's good to be back. Can you imagine just You get this Republic trooper. You don't see their face, just coming onto you and starting to blast you down from above, calling down some rain of fire on you, and you can hear him laughing through his helmet like that. and that's the last thing you experience before you die. I'd love to see that in the movie. Maybe even an Imperial trooper, something like that. Did you see that? Oh, I have to clip that. Oh man, I can't clip that. I can't do that right now. Did you see how they died? All right, now we're at the end game. Oh my lord. Oh, that was so good. I can't clip that. I'm playing. I can't. Where are we? We are hold on, 43 minutes into the stream. I'm gonna try to remember that for the VOD, and I can maybe clip it there. What is that guy doing? Just walking there briskly. No, like they used the oh, that's what I'm talking about. Ah, the crown of the multiverse. Oh yes, this is better for me. Oh yes. Yes, now we can play Civilization 5. Now we can lead the Spanish Empire to victory. Yes. All right, let's do this. But you know, the hustle. Do your hustle and slay, and then you can lay, as in lay down. You can rest. He's laying those ladies. Ah, yes I am. Yes I am. Hold on. Yes, he is laying those ladies. Ah, look at that. Look at that. Yes. Return to me when you have completed this task and you will have earned my favor. Did you see that person there? They look totally the same as I do right now. Look at them. Look at them. It's a carbon copy of me right now. Are they a minstrel too? Hold on. They're a rune keeper. Okay. It's also because they have light armor as well. That's so funny. Indeed. Oh, Force Storm. Ah, yes. Oh, yes. That's my AoE. Yes, Boron, you are right. Unlimited power. There is only passion. Peace is a... Will I be able to win this fight just by fighting range like this? I think the enemy just has no way to get to me. That was so funny. Oh, and we leveled up. That is so funny. That is so funny. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that level up. Oh, wait. I'm gonna put a stream marker here. Let this be a clip. Nude outfit for OnlyFans when? When I get a $10 million donation, we can open an OnlyFans. We can get a nude outfit. Yeah. Whoa! Did you see that jump? It's because I was kind of facing the other way, but that was such a cool looking jump. I like that. That was such a cool looking jump. We need to try that again. Hold on. Let me try it. See how it looks. Yeah! That is so sick looking. I like it. Oh. I'm gonna try to do a jump like that now, all the time. Oh, and we have some floaty bodies. That's the power of the Force for you, I guess. Bodies are just floating like that. Oh, you're saying static? Ooh, I don't know about that. I actually don't know about that. But alright, since the majority of the people in the chat here are saying static. Oh no, Pietro. Well, he did give me a gift, that's true. That makes it worse, damn it! My goodness, what have you done? What have you maniacs done? It was a trap. What have you done, you maniacs? Why did I listen to you? Why should I listen to the chat? Common streamer mistake. Yeah. I shouldn't have listened to you. Dimensional. Dajigen. Kaiden. Welcome to the channel. You wanna see more passion like that? Hit that follow button and hit that little heart and become a superstar, maniac. Or you can also take it a step further and subscribe. There's my sales pitch. No, seriously. I gotta showcase my superstardom like that. Nah, I'm good. Okay, so we're gonna go for a treasure hunt. Oh, nice, Barry. Nice, I'm glad to hear that. Okay, 6 minutes. 6 minutes. Give me my shovel. Gotta run. I don't have time to talk to anyone. Is this it? Yes! Okay, treasure found. Oh, whoops. Hold on, let me pick this up. You gotta love it. You love to see it. This is the second time this has happened to me, in which the treasure is literally right there. Ah, that's so funny. That is so funny. But it happens. It can happen. Doo-doo. Hello, Raymond? Okay, I'm gonna face this enemy. I'll do it. I was hoping to avoid that. But okay. Oh, wait a minute. Did that spawn more enemies? No? Okay. Oh, yes it did! Yes it did! Let's get the hell out of here then. Let's get the hell out of here. I mean, you don't want to be near the explosion anyway. We just spawned like a whole legion of those insects, of those bugs. Sa, kogeki! Sandaizu no kogeki! Now, henshin, mask change, and that's gonna be the end of the duel. There are some beautiful one-turn kills from this deck sometimes. It's just the best. I activate the effect of Elemental Hero on its Neos to increase the attack of Kamikaze by 2500. The attack is now 5600. Hissatsu waza, Rider Kick! Kamen Rider Kamikaze. Rider Kick. 我々の勝利だ。お待たせしました。Thank you for waiting. So, let's begin. Let's continue now by doing this customization. I am so fond of that crown. I don't think I want to replace it. Ooh, this Revenant one. Police stuff, this looks really good too. But I really want to go for this Revenant one. That's my vibes, you might say. And we'll go for this Blade Apprentice one. I got that from doing that stuff with the katana, I think. I was about to say katakana instead of katana. That is so incorrect. No. But, okay. So we gotta talk to Kirill again. I get the feeling we're gonna have to visit another entity. As I thought, they're leaving us no way out. Or in. At least we know where we can count on finding them now, thanks to you. The entity don't seem to understand much about our ways. But for some reason, Marcus' crypt stands open to the daylight. Never thought I'd see such a thing in my own life. Find out more about this attack. The entity near Prince's Haven. So the prince is Marcus. Because the prince is not present here. I think the prince... Wait, who is the prince again? I don't remember. There was a narration telling you the events of everything, and it's not the intro video, I think. It's another one.
Tell you something.
Kirill hungers to march us all out onto the streets of Old Town to wage open warfare against our enemies. But the situation calls for prudence, not rashness. Well, yeah, typical Bruja behavior, you might say. Just like it's typical Toreador behavior to be hanging out in an area that looks like this. Like this. This statue, this dance floor, the art. Great art though, great art. The art around here. Oh, that is a classic Vampire the Masquerade art piece. I've seen it in other Vampire the Masquerade things, but I don't remember what. Or was it from this game? Maybe I've gotten so used to it in other ways that I'm... Yeah, that's weird. I recall seeing it like long before Bloodhunt. If anybody knows, do let me know in the chat. But yeah, I am more than happy to be chatting about all things Vampire the Masquerade related. And really Battle Royale stuff too. This is why it's a killer combination for me, and this is why I want to get good at the game. I love Battle Royales and I love Vampire the Masquerade. You know, with the great exception of Fortnite, and well, thanks to Fortnite in part, I've gotten so fond of Battle Royale games. So now I can say what I'm about to say, but with the great exception of Fortnite, I think my relationship with Battle Royale games is similar to my relationship with fighting games, which is a love-hate relationship. Like, I love them, but I also suck so much at them that it's never fun for me. Or, well, that's hyperbole. That is, like, a lot of the time it's not anywhere close to fun. Like, fighting games are one of those games in which you need to get to a certain skill level that takes practice. Like, focus practice is not just, oh, I play the game and I learn the skills just by playing the game. No, you gotta focus on learning the skills. You know, outside of just like playing the game and letting the game guide you towards learning those skills, so to speak. You know, when you play Super Mario Brothers, just by playing the game, you pick up the skills. This is different in a fighting game, and yeah, Fortnite does teach you the game as you play it. Thanks in large part to its very large user base, you will still find many players that don't give you a hard time. And I mean, they also, from what I understand, when you're a new player, you go into a lobby mostly with bots. They are lobbies mostly with bots, so you stand a better chance, which is good. Great game design. Honestly, that's how I feel about that. I wouldn't know though, because when I started Fortnite, I don't think they had that. I started it in late 2017 or early 2018, and then just left the game for a long time, and came back recently when Zero Build became a thing, and well, I become addicted to it. And it opened the floodgates for a love of Battle Royale games to develop. And this is what I'm talking about right now. So yeah, right now it's a love-hate relationship because Fortnite is the only one that I can call myself good at, decent at. The other ones, like this one, well, Fall Guys is maybe one I can say I'm decent at, but that's kind of a different monster. But all these other ones, like, I suck so much. I get killed so much. Even in Realm Royale. Let's see how we do tomorrow. It should be interesting. I'm mostly not going to play it solo. We are going to have the company of Allurin, most likely. So, there's that. And then, yeah, Fortnite and Apex are also not going to be solo. Well, Apex you can play solo, but I mean, playing it by myself and not communicating with my teammates. Yeah, I got to remember to keep disabling voice chat. I found out yesterday that Rumbleverse, I didn't disable the voice chat, so it's likely they hurt me, but I don't know. If it's only with your teammates, then they never hurt me, because I've always played Rumbleverse solo. Never played it with anyone, not yet. If I continue playing Rumbleverse long enough, it may be a different story. I was a bit mauled yesterday, I was a bit mad yesterday, you know? I was like, oh, I've never played this game again. You're never getting any of my time again, but I might play it if I feel froggy. Well, thinking about it actually, I mean, like, games I play off the stream, I mean. I have very limited time for that sort of thing, so I get the feeling others are gonna take more priority. There's like, no shortage of things to do in Fortnite, you know? One of these days, maybe I should have a Save the World stream for Fortnite, that might be fun. Haven't done that in a while. I unlocked that thanks to getting the season pass for July, I think it was. Yeah. And that was great. That was great. I'm so glad I got it because I've been wanting to try it for a while. I haven't gotten to the part of the game where you can earn B-Box from just playing Save the World. I want to get to that. I think it's also a good place from which to farm experience, I think it was. To get a lot of levels. So the sooner I can get to that, the better, especially if the bonus rewards for next season's Battle Pass are just like really worth it. Because as it stands, there's no way I'm gonna get all the bonus reward pages from this Battle Pass. It's a lot, like it's 500 stars you need to get in total to get everything. Or at least to get to the final page so I can get one of the golden skins that they have in that final page there. Just one of them is the one I need, and that's it. Which is the Stormfarer. Like the complete body armor, really cool looking, but it's golden. So it looks great. I have the Chrome one, and I only need one more thing from the Chrome page, and I'm going to unlock the Slurp sort of page. You know, when all the characters look like the Slurp juice sort of colors and materials, translucent, kind of. I would have to explain by showing it on Fortnite, but yeah. But for the most part, yeah, they're really cheaply made skins, reskins, recolors. Like, they could have at least given some customization options like in the regular skins for them, but yeah, that's why the rewards are not that exciting. Last season, on the other hand, I went in too late for that, so I didn't manage to catch... I barely managed to catch any, which were Doctor Strange in a white outfit, which was really cool. Mostly they are recolors because they're meant to be like bonus rewards, you know? Like... It's an extra thing. You're not supposed to really go out of your way for them. It's just, well, you know, you've continued to play the game and you get more rewards. Yeah, okay. You should at least get something for continuing to play Fortnite, even though you already got the max level, the max rank, all the stars that you need in the Battle Pass. That's why they're called bonus. They really are meant to be a bonus like that. So I'm not complaining. I don't want you to take it as a complaint when I'm saying that the rewards this time weren't that big. They're meant to be bonus, honestly. But there are some cases in which you really wanna get them. And yeah, actually for the first or second pages, they tend to also give bonus things like to complement a set that they release on the regular Battle Pass. For example, Doctor Strange had some things last season and that completed the set even more. I think it was like weapon colors or a loading screen or a spray, I don't remember. And yeah, to the point that it may even feel incomplete. Like you didn't get everything Doctor Strange related so you can have a complete Doctor Strange loadout, right? They did something similar with Darth Vader this season and I was able to get that. Everything else after that truly is bonus. I mean, when you think about it, what you need to do to unlock the final page of each Battle Pass in Fortnite is to get to rank 90, not to rank 100. So you might argue that the first page or so of the bonus rewards is actually not bonus. It's something you want to strive for. But they make it be a part to maybe show it as like a thing they don't expect of players. Like you're going above and beyond. That's the intent of the bonus rewards, that you're going above and beyond if you're going for them. Or you just have them because you've been playing a lot and you deserve a reward for playing more. You know, beyond the rewards the game gives you in the form of experience. I mean, yeah, you gotta use it for something, right? They're not just gonna give you B-Box willy-nilly for that. They already did in the regular rewards. Okay, Princess Haven. What is the Princess Haven? Okay, the entity is right here. I'm gonna try to spawn over here. Yeah, it's better to spawn over here. Hopefully there aren't many players. I just need to get the mission fulfilled. Again, risk and reward, risk and reward. There's some players nearby. There's a couple players in the terrace. That's a tough mission because I gotta find this thing in the terrace and I've been spawning there, here and there many times and I still haven't been able to find a damn thing. But again, things are difficult to find. After I finish this, hopefully I'm able to finish it soon, I'm gonna attempt that one next and I'm gonna use this same Saboteur class so I can just be disguised. I see the entity. It might be a better idea to first feed on someone to get some perks, but I'm not gonna do that. The sooner I complete the mission, the better. Because players are gonna come here, it's gonna be a mess. I need to see what's about to happen here. This is a super open area and thus it's very dangerous to be around here. Quest completed. That's all I needed to do. I'm just scouting. All I needed to do was to scout. So, let's move. Hopefully this doesn't break the masquerade. Okay. Oh, no, wait. This is a waste. All I'm gonna do is regain an extra life, which I can't do. Because you can only have one extra life at a time. So that was a waste of a feeding, but okay. But I didn't break the masquerade, you know, there was a person nearby, so they may have witnessed me feeding. But thankfully that didn't happen. Okay, I got that syringe, that's good. 1 health per second is a good one. Let's see what we got here. Tommy gun, look at that bad boy. Will they witness? Oh no, wait, this is a waste. This is a waste. Leave that. Wait, did somebody see me? I heard like somebody say something. Not sure what that was about. Let's see how that Tommy gun fares as we continue making our way to many places. I'm gonna try to be more mindful of my surroundings also. Because again, players continue to get the drop on me. Maybe I should actively look for players instead of looking for loot. Which is mostly what I'm doing. I mean, it's a good thing to do because... like, you gotta get good stuff. You gotta arm yourself first. Yeah, you see? Looking for players, and there was one down there too. Who was there? Somebody was there, somebody was there. Oh, that may have been the entities who were firing on them, actually. But, okay, leave that sewer bomb there for now, I guess. I hear a lot of firing around there. Let's see what we're able to do. Camarilla key. What is that? What is that red thing? Is that a bomb? That has got to be a sewer bomb. Yeah, I was right. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, I mean, it's my first time seeing a sewer bomb up close, even though I'm using them in this archetype also, but... yeah, I'd rather learn. Sometimes sometimes I'm better off learning the hard way. As long as I get to decide when I learn the hard way, you know? As long as I'm the one that decides I'm gonna learn the hard way, I'm okay with that. Hopefully I'm making some sense. That is not worth it. It's only to regain an extra life. Who is this? What do they give? Wow, there's a lot that are given extra lives in this game. Could it be that it's one of the random, like... things? Random, What do you call it? Random variation of the game? There's a chance that there's gonna be some random variation on the game. You know, to make things interesting. It's good. Missing resonance slot. I need to, oh wait! Did I use my powers in public? No. Because it's giving me the warning on the screen. It's right behind me, so I'm covering it a little bit, but it gave me the warning. As if I did that? That's weird. Okay, let's look for Kindred. Let's look for Kindred. Or actually, well, we could still use some body armor. I can kind of see where the shooting is coming from. My bomb is still around there. There's a corpse over there. I think that is the corpse of another player. Another Kindred that got killed over there. But let's be careful here because there's people around. There's people around here. And it's hard to keep in mind where we are exactly. If I had a sniper rifle, maybe I would have good range from here, but yeah. This will not work, I think. Why don't we try to remain cloaked? And that will be a good time to maybe start... oh, fuck! They can see me! It's just weird, man. People are still able to see you, regardless. And they downed me so quickly. Like, I'm a fucking squishy thing. This is the part that's difficult, because you don't understand why they're able to kill you so quickly, but when you try to kill them, it takes forever. Like, I'm just shooting, and unless I'm very unlucky, it couldn't possibly be weapon quality all the time. Like, I would be very unlucky because that means every time a player shoots me, they're using high quality weapons, like legendary, I mean, golden and golden weapons, purple weapons, that sort of thing, you know? I guess I'm just very unlucky and I'm always getting a player that has super high quality stuff, I don't know. That can't be it, right? I don't know. I don't know. But let's see if I can find an extra life somewhere. Gotta be mindful of the kindred as well. I think I gotta take some games in which I just hunt for kindred actively. So I can get used to noticing where they are on the map and how I can find them. It's also one of those games which is very like unfriendly to new players. Like pro moves are like, a lot of players do some very crazy pro moves and stuff. Apex is very similar in that way. But yeah, they're able to notice me even when I'm cloaked. That's what I've noticed. So yeah, I think this player has been able to notice me. Oh yeah, you can see it very clearly. Yeah, you see? They're pulling some of those pro moves. And I think there may be another player. There may be a third party. Where are you? I can't see a damn thing. Okay, I see it now. The red gas is moving. I call it the red fog, didn't I? Red gas is the more appropriate name, I think. Okay, we damaged the armor a little bit. Let's take another blood syringe. I really need that. Nearly got them with the bomb. Look at the moves they pull. Do you see that? Like, yeah, people can notice you. People can notice you for sure, but they kinda have to be looking for you. But you are indeed noticeable. Like, I can tell now that I saw that player. Fellow Nosferatu. Saboteur, was it? Or was it Prowler? I think this is a Saboteur. I hear you. Where are you? I hear you, but I don't see you. They might be also disguised. Or rather camouflaged, not disguised. Yeah, it would be fun to have a new class that is able to disguise themselves as a civilian. Even if you're running, you may run in a way that looks like you're a civilian. So people will not be compelled to shoot you. Or they can make it so that you automatically just walk. You can just stay still. And they will mistake you for a civilian. I heard the movement. I heard movement. I think they're right above me, but I'm not sure. I don't have any items. And the red gas is coming in. It's time to move. But going to the rooftops right now doesn't seem like a good idea to me. I mean, I gotta get better stuff and hopefully an extra life, so I do have to move around. The red ones, the red mortals, the mortals that are outlined in red are the ones that give you an extra life. I mean, sometimes they give you other things, but for an extra life, yeah, you want to be looking for the red ones, reddish ones. Wait, I want the blades.
Pardon.
They're not getting scared of me. That's the amusing thing. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. This is the moment in which camping might be a good idea. Hopefully that didn't reveal my position. Well, okay, I think I know how it is. It reveals your position, but it doesn't break the masquerade. Breaking the masquerade is what will make you be blood hunted, so it will reveal your position for longer. Okay, I can't camp here forever. This is a good way to camp. Because then when somebody does get to me, this is the close quarters that I'm talking about. Like, you don't want to be out in the open if you're going to go for melee damage like this, you know? This is what I was talking about earlier. So this is the way I want to do it. Red gas is going to close in though. So I will want to make a move. To start running for it. But look at these double blades. That looks like fun. Yeah, but it's time to move. Damn it! Damn it! I got desperate. That's really weird that my bomb didn't work, but well, it might work if they get to me. Here, I don't think they will because the red gas is here. Let's see if we can get out of the red gas before I die. Right. I got desperate. I panicked there and I just started going melee like a maniac instead of like trying to get close here instead. Wait, did I complete a challenge? Kill 2 players within... I didn't kill anyone in this game. I don't think I did. Sorry if you heard that in the microphone. That was the mate I'm drinking. Let's get to level 10 at the very least. It's just very weird though, because I see that it says level 9 right here. Excuse me. Let me switch to the other overlay actually. We're gonna go for this one. Let me just remove the schedule there. It says 9 here, but it's actually 12 and 13 over there. Like, why does it say something different? That's so weird. What is up with that? Can somebody explain it to me? I don't understand what that's supposed to be. But okay, whatever. We have gotten a few headshots, whether they're intentional or not. So, you know, as long as we're advancing through that challenge. Not a challenge, sorry. The quest. I mean, that challenge too, but we also have a quest to do 10 headshots, so they are important. We gotta try to do them as much as possible. I think I got, yeah, the one I shot that was running away from the archetypes. Sorry, the entities. I'm mixing up my words here.
I wish you a good evening.
I think we got a headshot on them, accidental as it may have been. So let's talk to Custos.
I think you will enjoy this.
I had some business in the city and appeared to have mislaid my pocket watch. Would you mind returning it to me? One of my thralls has left it in the open for you. That's in the city, I assume. So we gotta go into the Bloodhunt Battle Royale. It seems. But let's talk to Kirill first. Sounds like they made it look like a terrorist attack. Clever. Now they can move their troops however they like, no questions asked. Thanks for your reports. We'll inform our plans moving forward.
What?
I have a favor to ask. Shouldn't be much trouble for you. There's an underground garage by Rudolfinum. My stupid thrall forgot a bag by his bike. Best if it doesn't fall into the wrong hands. Can I count on you? Very well. That also sounds to be out on the map like that. Let me take a look at the quests we have. Yeah, the entity near Princess Haven. Yeah, these are the completed ones, so let's try to ignore them. 1 out of 10 headshots, yay! We're getting closer! Proof of on life, this is the one that I can't do for some weird reason. The record in the terrace. And the pocket watch. We're gonna have to see if the map shows us where that is. The bag was apparently left next to a bike in the underground parking garage near Rudolfinum. Rudolfinum, where is that? Rudolfinum. Is that a location or is that the name of a person? There's no other underground area around here, right? Is there an underground parking garage around here? You know what? Let me look for it while I queue up for a match. And whatever I can do in a match, I'll try to do there. And yeah, we can continue examining weapons here, but I'm not really examining the weapons. Like, I think they give you some valuable information. Oh, and you also, like, complete encyclopedia entries for them. I just haven't bothered to read them. Maybe it would be beneficial, I don't know. What's the next weapon that we have nearby? The nearest weapon. So we can maybe take a look at something. This is the way out of the Elysium. Not where we want to go, not for now at least. Until the match is fully queued up. It was nice that we had a short queue earlier. Yeah, armor. Additional protection against all types of damage. Play additional matches to unlock more. What is that? Does it improve the armor or are they encyclopedia entries? Do kana. I wonder. And here, I thought I saw something to examine around there. Let's see, what else do we have around here that we can examine? The pistol, right? It would be risky to carry anything more conspicuous into Old Town, and yet we pick up like rifles and shotguns and Tommy guns. But you'll want to swap it out for something with more stopping power as quickly as you can, right? By default, you'll automatically replace this weapon even if it isn't selected. That's good. Semi-automatic, short effective range, low damage, limited ammo. Right, the damage types. It is useful to know these things, yeah. Double barrel. Break action double barrel shotgun with a single selective trigger, ideal for close combat. Yeah. It's a shotgun, so you want to do it at close range, that's for sure. It's very difficult to do it in this game, though. Mostly players just move around a lot. Like, there's a ton of movement. Fortnite is very different because there's not that much. Apex also doesn't have very, very fast movement like that all the time. Like, there are moments in which you're just focusing on shooting each other, and while it may be good to move around a lot to dodge, it's actually not a good idea in those times. It's better to just focus on the shooting. And if you're both doing it, yeah, like, it's easier to maybe shotgun each other or something. It's mostly when it's long range, I noticed. When you are in short range, though, in Apex, it's a lot of jumping around and sliding, like the stuff we see here. The difference is that here in Bloodhunt, it's like that everywhere, all the time, at any range. So I don't think I can go for shotguns, although higher rarities has a longer effective range. So that may be good. You know what? Let's continue doing this. Let's continue examining weapons. Let's see what we find at the rooftop with the Justicar. Surely they have a nice weapon lying around. But there may also be one here. What do we have here? There is something to examine here. Bruja comic. Oh, yeah, the Bruja comic. Oh, look at that. Bismarck. They have a portrait of Otto von Bismarck. I wouldn't be surprised if he turned out to be a ghoul. Maybe he became kindred, but I got the feeling he was a ghoul. I don't know who this is, but it's got to be a historical figure also. This has got to be a historical event. I can't recognize it. Also, the bust right here. Maybe Aristotle? No, maybe not. I'm not sure. Not gonna talk to the doorkeeper. Not gonna talk to M either. The Justicar. I'm just gonna be around to, like, examine things. Yeah. Oh, Carthage painting. The Decline of Carthage. This painting is from the personal collection of a adventurer who used to reside in Prague. That kindred is long gone, but this artwork still hangs around the Elysium. Carthage was a very important city for kindred history, for vampire history. At least from what I hear. So that's fascinating. I wonder why Carthage in particular. Treasure vault over there. Yeah, we gotta see what things we can examine around Elysium. That's what I'm gonna start doing from now on. While I queue up for a match. Again, sorry if you heard that in the microphone. You know, like, not every statue and piece of artwork is one you can examine. Which one is this? This is either the French Revolution or the fall of the Roman Empire. I can't... Or neither one of them. I could be very wrong, but... It looks to me like this is when Rome burned in the 5th century or so. The final fall before it became the Byzantium Empire, if you will. There's the shotgun. Oh yeah, let's examine the shotgun shells. Yeah, I figured they wouldn't say much. Pellets spread out when fired, limiting effective range. Yeah. People are just doing shenanigans around here. That's a great look that they have. Let's celebrate. Yay! Yay! If I ever win a match and I find that I can do emotes, I should definitely do that one. It's double victory hands, not sure if you saw that. Fully automatic, long effective range, good, good. Effects of higher rarities, increased magazine capacity, faster reloads, longer effective range. Good at mid to long range, sturdy, reliable assault rifle. Of course, as it should be. Let's keep examining all the things we can examine in Elysium. What was that? I saw that I could interact with something here. I thought I saw something I could interact with. What was that? Around here. Maybe I got it wrong? Oh, I think it was this. Burst rifle. 3-round bursts, long effective range. Increased magazine capacity, faster reloads, longer effective range. Yeah. Standard issue assault rifle for entity forces, well suited to mid to long range encounters. So that's what they have. But yeah. I ended up getting a purple one out of an entity that I killed. So there was that. The spike bat. Oh, a percentage of damage dealt is returned to you as health. Baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire and nails, reasonably effective against kindred. Yeah, you want to get something better than that, like a katana, I found. You end up like spawning with a bat for your second life or so. So I think, yeah, it's one of the most basic kind of melee weapons you can have. Whoa, look at that portrait. What is up with that? Some books around here. Vampires, especially Camarilla vampires, are the type that are not going to adapt to technology that fast, depending on their age. So they will still have a lot of physical books, and they will rely on those for their information. Or entertainment, or both. You won't find them with a Kindle, necessarily. As I've been watching LA and New York by Night, it's made for some very funny scenes. Like, I recall that... I don't remember, I think somebody gave someone a Kindle. And it may have been Eva that was given the Kindle. Like, they were like, oh, you're a book reader. Oh, yeah, I don't remember, it was an old vampire. Oh, yes, this was in New York by Night. This was recent, yeah. It was the Tsemisi sire of Isaac in New York by Night. And I think Seraph, or no, it was Fuego, the Ventru, that gave him a Kindle because they were like, oh, yeah, we both like reading books. And she gave him a Kindle, and he's like, okay, he doesn't know what the places it is, I think. And she just gave it to him. But the way he was executed was so funny, though. Here you have this old school vampire, Dracula style. He was like very much like a Dracula kind of vampire, especially because he's the same clan as Dracula, which is Tzimisce. And you give him this Kindle to read your books. Welcome to the 21st century. Oh man. It was the recent season finale, actually. Yeah. It was the season finale of season 1, if I recall correctly. Yeah. The blood syringe is here. Let's see what we can examine around here. Well, alright, we'll come back to this area after this Battle Royale session. Let's go. Again, sorry if you hear the slurping through the microphone. I'm gonna try to mute the mic before I do that. I keep forgetting. So what was the quest I wanted to do? An underground thingy, or... Well, hopefully the map can show me. I'm gonna continue being a saboteur so I can be as cloaked as possible. People can easily see me if they look closely. Like, they don't even have to look that closely to see the camouflage. But it still helps, I think. So, as I look for the record in the terrace, I'll try to stay cloaked. And I'll do one of the bombs. Okay, I do see... This is the area here. I'm not sure which quest this is. Ah, Rudolphinum. It's right here also. I'm gonna go for this one first. There's a kindred nearby. I'm pretty sure all the red dots that show up in the map are like the other players. I could be wrong though. The saboteur is just good for these missions. Because you're able to be careful with that. And yeah, if you gotta do something near an NPC, like the entities, it's perfect because players may be able to see you, but NPCs won't notice you from a distance. Only when you get very close to them will they see you. So it's good for scouting the entities. It's a good one to do here. So again, I don't know which one this is, so I don't know if I should go to the rooftop or if I should stick here to the ground. You know what? I'm just gonna go faster. Gotta go fast. Sonic the Hedgehog. Let's get this human. Because I saw there was a human being here too, so it may be helpful to get a boost. Sometimes I call them mortal, sometimes I call them humans. I may even call them kind. But that is a very disdainful term. What am I looking for here? Which one is this? Which quest am I doing here? That's the thing. I don't know which one I'm doing here. Let's get this marksman rifle. Because the quests you're looking for are not going to show up on the map. Ah, the red gas is here already. Like, I was hoping to find the quest item. It's around here somewhere. It's around here somewhere. Oh, there it is, there it is. I see it. Custo's watch. There we go. So that was the... I think it's a pocket watch, not a wristwatch. So, yeah, there you go, there you go. Okay, there's a blood-hunted kindred very near me. Let's see if we can get them. They're not blood-hunted anymore, but let's see if we can get them nonetheless. I said that it may be a good idea to start hunting actively for kindred. Damn it, don't steal my elimination! There we go, good elimination right there. I see you, I see you. Let me use the dual pistols. Yeah, do you see the moves they pull? Like, they go mid-air like that, they try to drop mid-air. Actually, I need to see if I can do that more. It's a good move because... it actually slows down for you for a moment. You may have noticed it, like you can see the other players slowing down as well. Let's feed immediately. Lower cooldown of sewer bomb, but also health recovery, which is really what I'm going for here. Let's see. A melee weapon would be good, actually. Gotta be careful. Oh yeah, I'm back to full health at least. Just like... Yes, triggered. Where are you? Where are you? Wow, they run so fast. That's something I need to get used to also. Let's get this blood back. Let's get this blood back. Hopefully I'm able to feed from it as soon as possible. Okay. We need to get out of here also. Let's feed. Let's feed. Increased melee damage might be good. Do these things carry over, by the way? Like when you revive? That's what I need to know. Oh my god, this red gas is so gonna kill me. I am just not able to keep up with it. It's going much faster than me. That was another kindred there. But, yeah, I had to run. I had to run. And let's feed. Let's feed. I had to give it a try. Excuse me. Yeah, what a mess of things happening here, man. Kindred killing kindred one after the other. Mayhem. No, but I had to feed. Like, I had to recover right there. I lost a lot of health from that red fog. Yes! We got one for an extra life immediately. Oh, excuse me. My throat feels really weird right now. I think I may have gotten something from the mate. May have swallowed something I wasn't supposed to. Sometimes, like, some dust carries over. Pardon the coughing. Let's see if we can get that. I'm gonna try to use this crowbar. I'm gonna drink some water after this. Ugh. So I'm just gonna try to wait it out for a potential kindred. Because I have an extra life and I have armor, I'm mostly okay. Maybe I should get more rare weapons. Maybe I should get blood bags, blood syringes, but... Well, okay, yeah, actually, yeah, I'm gonna give it a try. Hopefully I don't regret doing it. I wanted to try doing melee with the crowbar there. This might be a... Oh! I wanted to try going for the melee there. Look at the action, though. Wow, that is a lot of fun, though. There's a lot of kindred very close to each other, so you see a lot of action. Good thing I got this extra life. Let's see if we get anything from this human. It's not going to be an extra life at the very least, though. That's for sure. No, I get nothing. I get nothing from them, so let's not go for them. We are gonna get into combat sooner than later. This is a super active game. I was able to deal some decent damage, though, right there. And I wanted to try switching to the crowbar for melee combat, but it wasn't a good idea. I should try maybe throwing the sewer bomb. I think there's somebody here. I think I saw some movement. I thought there was somebody there. Let's see if we can feed on that mortal. They may have something useful for me. Don't you run for me? No, nothing useful. Excuse me. My throat. I caught something on my throat. Not sure what happened. Let's get that knife. Actually, it may not be a good idea to get that knife, but whatever. Oh, damn it, we need to move. Time to move! Time to move! It's time to run, the red fog. The red fog is too close. They did well using the skill they used. Did you see what they did there? See, I nearly shot that mortal. That was close. I need to feed on someone, but this area is way too open. Let's see if we can get a recovery item there. Did we get anything? Well, we got armor. Yeah, I needed to recover, but I didn't want to risk, like, feeding on one of those mortals. And I think it was a good idea, because these kindred came here. Take a look at that. There's another kindred over there. The players were here, and she looks so similar to the Toreador Harpy. She looks so similar to the Toreador Harpy from the Elysium. Alright, let me drink some water. I caught something on my throat. I'm not sure what's going on. Well, I feel like I'm improving at the game. And I'm also feeling... this may just be my paranoia speaking, but... There we go, a nice level up. Oh, I think I get it. This is the level, and this is the season ranking. I think that's the difference. It's just not immediately clear. Yeah, I got it. Because it's still here on this screen. Yeah, you have your individual level, and you have the season rankings, of course. Man, that headshot quest is gonna be one of the longest I ever do. It's gonna take me so long. But, yeah, because I don't have the skill level to try going for headshots yet. The best I can do right now is to try to shoot players wherever I can. That's it. I need to even just land the shots in the first place. But I got your watch, Custos.
Exemplary.
Thank you, Kindred. My, this has seen better days. It looks like some beast of the night has tried to have their way with it. Maybe I should purchase a new one after all. Oh, and I almost forgot. Kirill wanted to speak with you on an urgent matter. Speak to him when you get a chance. Kirill, we have been speaking a lot with each other as of late. Talk to me, Kirill. You! Need you! Some full risk breaking the masquerade. Tore up a mortal. There's a difference between a simple feeding and complete dismemberment. Some kindred lose control of their beast easily, just at the sight of blood. Might be what happened. No matter, I can't let this slide. Head to the site. See if you can find some evidence. Very well. Collect the footage. So this might be security footage of some sort. Let's queue up and examine the weapons we have here. Fully automatic, very high rate of fire, 300 round belts, not reloadable. Coveted belt-fed entity rotary cannon frequently employed to purge kindred havens. Rate of fire increases as the barrel spins up. Oh yes, the Sagan Inquisition definitely uses this. But yeah, I was checking the items in the rave area. And I think this leads to the sewers with the Nosferatu Primogen, right? Just from another angle. I'm sure the Toreador are not thrilled by that. But hey, gotta give the Nosferatu their access as well. A percentage of damage dealt is returned to you as health. Barbaric but effective. Special ability launch slash. How do you do a special ability? I'm gonna have to check that out. Let's check the knife. Oh, so the extra stuff you get is like a lore entry about them. Interesting. Common knife that you can bring to a gunfight. Drains life on hit. Nice. I think every melee weapon just returns every damage you deal as health, it seems. Deals a good amount of damage. What about the crowbar? Drains life on hit. Tool that makes for a decent improvised weapon. Just a lot of entries from M, it seems. Not as effective as fresh blood, but restores a large amount of health. High caliber ammo. Moderate to long range. Assault rifles, light machine guns. Reasonable stopping power at modest ranges. Handguns and submachine guns. Octahedron artifact, eh? For ranged weapons, we have a lot of them then. Yeah, what is it about a crossbow that is good? An on-bond 25? Is that 25 or 26? Sorry. It kind of looked like a 5 on my screen. On-bond 26! You're a superstar. Thank you for that follow. Hope your Wednesday's going well. We are sucking blood and we are sucking at this game today. But I'm trying my best. Mutsukashi kedo gambarimasu. Itsu demo gambarimasu. Heavy crossbow that fires projectiles loaded with toxic gas. On impact, they burst open, creating a cloud that damages enemies and block vision. Wait, really? Do all crossbows have this, or is this like a special kind of crossbow that has that? Your day was great and yours is going great. It's going great. Like, usually it gets a little bit frustrating, I'm not gonna lie, to get killed over and over in the game, but I think I'm starting to improve in Bloodhunt. And even without the improvement, I'm appreciating the game and I'm having good fun. Hey, girly! What's up, Bonbon? Nice glow up, thank you. It's one of the palettes we have available, Bonbon. And I figured I would go for the darkest color palette for the game we're playing today. I did that the same... It was last week that we checked it out for the first time, right? I don't even remember, but yeah. Last time I played Bloodhunt on the stream, I also had the same color palette. We have 8 different palettes available right now. But how are you, Bonbon? Happy Wednesday/Thursday. Not sure what day it is for you. At least I don't think it's Tuesday or Friday for anyone. Not on this earth. I mean, we are in multiple dimensions, so yeah. Ah, college is starting, you've been tired. I feel you. I feel you. Gambatte kudasai, Bonbon. Try your best. I know what it's like. You'll do well. You'll do well. You're a hell of a hard worker, Bonbon. I can tell you that, so I know you'll do well. Ooh, yeah, there's the rave music. You had a 12-hour day yesterday, you even had to call in sick today because your body couldn't handle it. I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, I've had days like that too. Or close to that. Well, no, yeah, I've had days like that too. A while ago, I had a work day in which I was sick. I slept 2.5 hours. And it was 12 plus hours of work. Like, it started with a meeting. All day of work, all the way until like from 7 a.m. to 7 plus p.m. It was dreadful, but, you know, adrenaline or something just pushed me through. And I slammed my head on the bed after that. But I survived. I survived. Unlike this game, where I'm not surviving. If I survive that, you got this, Bonbon. You got this. And also my first day at that job, it was a day in which I slept 3 hours because I was like so anxious about it. And it ended up helping me out because it like gave me some adrenaline that just made me not be nervous when I actually started working, when the day itself happened. It was a long day too. It was like 10 hours of work. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm proud of like working for so long. Well, actually, I am proud that I managed to push through. I mean, I'm not saying that it should be the standard to have days like this, but just telling you. Sharing experiences. I like my study more now, luckily. We have to make a working app and present it this Friday, although it's in a group's project and they're slower than I am. Ah, sucks when that happens, yeah. It's like playing Apex Legends and the other 2 members of your squad are dragging you down. And I would be the member of that squad in Apex, but that's another story. Let's see what we have right here. Good to see all the quest stuff, though. It's good to have more things to do. As I continue learning the game, though, but, you know, I always emphasize the quests. I like seeing the story and all that. I mean, I have the story tag on the stream for a reason. You just finished a wireframe? For a moment, I thought you said Warframe, the game. Well, we don't have to make the app until tomorrow. You really enjoy making apps and websites? Oh, that sounds awesome. Dude, Bonbon, as a content creator and VTuber, if you enjoy doing that, you have a great recipe for success right there. So that's wonderful. Okay, I am going to sneak around to look for this item. I think we have to look for some security footage or something. Oh, I see it. I see it. So when we look for things with the eagle vision, as I call it, because it's so reminiscent of Assassin's Creed. This game is so reminiscent of Assassin's Creed in so many ways. Yeah, it shows you that. Sorry if you're hearing any barking in the background. Those are the king and the queen barking, I think. Yeah, the microphone still picks up a little bit of that. This is not a good weapon to have, though. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. I did not want to be in the firing range of the Inquisition there. I'm pretty sure they're part of the Inquisition. That could have been way worse. Let's be careful here. There's a mortal. So let's recover and get some increase to melee damage. You have commissions open for websites, but it's difficult to advertise it. Yeah, I suck at marketing. It's one of my biggest weaknesses, if not my biggest weakness as a content creator. And yeah, if there's a main reason as to why I may struggle to grow, that's the one. So yeah, if it's hard for you, Bonbon is definitely harder for me. So at least you're not alone in that. Let's see. 1 health per second. Let's get that sanguine. Look at the absolute monster that I am as an Nosferatu. And I'm not going to engage with those entities, by the way. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna open the map. And... oh, you can set a marker on the map. There we go. Yeah. It's a risk because I'm standing still, so... there's that. There's that. It may be a good idea to also use a blood bag. Where are you? Where are you? Damn, it's so difficult with this weapon. I gotta try recovering. I gotta try using the blood bag. Let's see if we can get to close range for the rifle. For the shotgun, I mean. This is a shotgun. Where are you? It's so hard to find players, though. It's so easy for players to hide from me. That's, again, one of the frontiers I need to cross to start getting better at the game. The first frontier, you might say. I just really like that way of phrasing it. I'm just thinking of Star Trek, you know? Space, the final frontier. Which it turns out is not actually the final frontier. When you watch Star Trek, you realize. Like, there's time travel, there's alternate dimensions, and some other things here and there. Right, I'd rather get one of these weapons. Although it may be good to replace that sniper rifle with the shotgun. So this is where I need to... wait a minute, wait a minute. This is a good weapon. Is that the record? No, these are dual crossbows, which may be good to get too. There's a record we're looking for. Let's see if I can find it now. There it is. Okay, now I think I know what I need to look for on the map. Now I know what those things look like. When you see quest objects, it's this little white dot with a bunch of other little white dots on it. If that makes any sense. With like some particle, some small dot particle effects. That's what it looks like, at least. Let's see if we can use the double crossbows there. Yeah, they blow up. They blow up like that. Do all crossbows have that by default? It looks like they do to me, but I think I've seen different kinds of crossbows. I mean, these are purple crossbows, so it makes sense that they're special. Not a bad shot, not a bad shot. Like, I'm trying to play like a Fortnite player here. Some of the techniques I'm using may not be a good idea. The way I'm shooting sometimes. Where is everyone? Where are you all? Yeah, I can't see them. I can't see them. Let me put that there just in case. I don't feel safe here. Who shot me? Who was shooting at me? There's somebody around there. Okay, let's get a mortal for potential boosts. Well, increased melee damage is not gonna be helpful to me right now, I think. But okay. Is somebody there? I mean, is a player there? Well, I can't do anything there. They're gonna witness me feeding if I fed on one of them, so not a good idea. Let's just leave them be. Too many mortals close to each other. We're gonna break the masquerade. There's another quest I had around here. Not sure if I can do it. Let's take a little risk. No, I can't even do it anyway, because it's in the red gas area now, so nothing to do there. You know what I need to do? I need to change the crouching to be toggle instead of having to hold the button. Where are you? Oh, I was trying to climb up so that I have a high ground advantage there. Okay, let's see. Let's throw that. Whoa, that's not where I wanted that to land, but okay. Whoops. Somebody shot at me. See, now the sniper would be helpful, but I had to replace it. I had to replace it with these weapons. Well, there's a sniper there, but it's a lower rarity. I'm gonna stick to the ones I have. Although for the most part, these crossbows, I don't use them that well. I still need to see if I can find some armor, maybe. Armor is very rare to find. At least that's been my experience so far. Let's see. I'm a full. Okay. A blood bag is good, though. I'll take that. And that bat. Barbed wire bat. Makes me think of professional wrestling. Shoutouts to John Moxley. To Mick Foley. They are the ones that use that a lot. Terry Funk as well. They're just really good at aiming. Even when I try to jump around like that, that's the thing, like, I feel like jumping around like that may still not be beneficial. I found it was similar when I learned Fortnite, like, what I found that made me a better player at Fortnite is that I should not move around that much. Like, you would think that moving around a lot while you're shooting is a good idea because, you know, it makes you less likely to be shot, to be hit, but in some cases, I think what you should work on first is your aiming. Before you work on your movement, even if that makes you easier to hit. And when you get better at aiming, because you'll have a lot of moving enemies in all sorts of ways, it improves. At least that's how it was in Fortnite. It may not apply to this game though. Ooh, pump shotgun, eh? I don't think... Oh, shit. Yeah, nothing I can do here about that. I don't have any recovery items. It's just a matter of running away as fast as I can. I have no good weapons either. The best I can do is maybe go for melee combat, but I don't have the health for that. The only thing I could do there is run away. I want to do so many things, but I can't. I wish I had more energy and everything. You are definitely not alone on that, Bonbon. But yeah, I did know that Twitch is removing the host option. Honestly, it seems like a good idea to me. It's not something that was really beneficial, for the most part, for people. I understand why they're doing it. Hopefully they're able to introduce something that will replace it nicely in return for that. But overall, I think it's a good idea, honestly. I think it's a good idea. For now, they have the recommended channels thing, which is okay, but... Oh, melancholic. Start with 2 melancholic blood resonance. I think I'm gonna go for that perk now. We did complete some quests, so we're gonna do that. And we also completed 1 challenge there. Tourist, 8,000 distance traveled. You don't understand why? Well, they did give the reasoning, and I mostly find myself agreeing with that reasoning, which is that mostly people do want to interact in the chat. And when they go into a channel that's hosting another, they don't interact with the chat directly. That's the problem. And like, you have to click again to get to that channel. It feels kind of weird. I can't describe it properly, but like, it feels like a barrier is between you and the stream. And the casual viewer, somebody who's new to Twitch, may not immediately understand that. Just like I'm not understanding a bunch of things in this game, maybe, right? There are people who host and stream at the same time? No, I mean, when you host a stream, it's in your channel, but... That's great dancing, by the way, and that's a great outfit. That deserves applause. Yeah. But, it's like there's a barrier between the original stream and yours. No, sorry, the original stream and the viewer, because it's in the hosted channel. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Raids work better because they immediately get you to the channel. Somebody's able to explain it better than me. The email, the blog post probably explains it better if you haven't seen it yet. But alright, let's continue this quest here. There it is. To me, this record not only contains one of the best pop songs ever made, it literally embodies what it means for me to be free. What it means to me to be free.
Well,
there's another record that we would need to add to the DJ set. I believe it is still at the Divine Disco nightclub. The Divine Disco nightclub. Like, the viewer wants to watch the person being hosted on their channel and not through someone else's channel. Yes! You see, you phrased it better than me. So yeah, that's what I was talking about, Bonbon. It's mostly like that. Of course, I understand why people disagree with that. Personally, yes, I do think that it's mostly beneficial. But the counter-arguments have a point. But overall, I think it's a good decision on Twitch. And they, you know, I know that I'm being objective about this because when they make a bad decision, I know it's a fucking bad decision. Like, they still need to work on the advertisements, on the advertisement problems. I had some problems with the ads earlier today. You still don't get it? The keyword here is barrier, if you will. That's the way I'm saying it here, the phrasing I'm using. Which is, when you have a hosted stream, there's like a barrier between the original stream and there, because the chat you have open is actually the channel that's hosting it, not the actual channel that you're watching. It feels a little bit weird. Best way I can explain it. Sorry if that doesn't make you understand, Bonbon. If there is something to understand in the first place, I don't know. But yeah.
Come here.
Ah, you found footage from the scene. Perfect. Game on.
Yes.
There were only shadows on the CCTV footage you found, but there was definitely some lick there. See if you can find more evidence around St. Giles Church. If I didn't know any better, I would say a La Sombra was involved, if it was only shadows. So, let's queue up and start doing these quests. And examine the things we have around here. 9-barrel. 9-barreled rifle that fires high-impact rounds with excellent accuracy. Holding down the trigger accelerates the rate of fire, resulting in a deadly barrage even over long distances. Automatic accurate ramping fire rate. Faster reloads, increased rate of fire. Okay. So with this one, yeah, you just want to keep holding the trigger button. In my case, it's the left mouse click, because I'm on mouse and keyboard, as you can see. What do you all recommend, Maniacs? How do you play Bloodhunt if you play it? Do you use controller? Or do you use mouse and keyboard? Of course, if you play it on console, you do use controller, but if you have options available to you, what do you use? I mean, even on console, you may have different controllers. If so, which one do you use? Do you use an arcade stick when you play this game? Do you use an Atari controller? Just kidding, of course. Though I was curious yesterday when I was playing Rumbleverse if you could play that with an arcade controller because it's kind of like a fighting game. I don't see the harm, I mean. Let's call the hoster person A and the channel being hosted B. B's chat is still available on A's channel. And if the viewer really wants to read B's about tab, they can just click on the username. Yeah. That's one of the counter arguments that seems fair, but at the same time, as I was saying, this is just pure speculation on my part, but it does feel to me like a casual viewer, there's this belief that there's two reasons why I say this. This belief overall that people are fickle on social media, like on Twitter, for example, they recommend that you don't post a lot of external links, not because they shadow ban you, which is a thing, I think, but also, not just because of that, but also because if you make people have to click to get somewhere, it's gonna make them less likely to get to it because it's a short attention span. To an extent, this is true. It's just that most of the time this is phrased in a cynical way. I wish I could phrase it a different way too, but it sounds very jaded, but for the most part, this is true. If you have a link tree and you want them to check your Twitch channel through that link tree that's on your Twitter, like me, it's 2 clicks they have to do to check it out. So that's going to be very unlikely that they will do that. A link tree is still a helpful thing, though, or a cart. So it's a similar thing because they have to do another click to see more of it, right? They're not going to do it. And they're not going to follow the channel. If they want to follow that channel, they do have to click that username, and then they have to hit the follow button. They don't have the follow button immediately available, so it's not beneficial to that channel being hosted. That's one of the strongest points I think I can say in favor of removing this. The other reason why is that if somebody is still new to Twitch, they may not understand what is going on. And even if they watch a lot of streams, like if they're very casual about a viewing experience on Twitch, they may still not realize that a certain feature works a certain way. For example, take how new I am to Vampire the Masquerade Bloodhunt right here. There are some things that I'm doing that I'm not understanding. There are some things players are doing that I'm not understanding. Like, wait a minute, what does this button do? For example, when I feed on someone and it tells me that I'm missing resonance and I have to feed on another enemy player, I don't understand what that means. How do I get that back? Like, why did I get that removed from me? And apparently I don't get any benefit anymore from feeding on that mortal, except recovering my health if I miss health. That's a feature I still don't understand. And you have to Google that to understand how it works. And if people have to do that, that's not good. Those are my 2 points, Bonbon. Also, you can still rate the person you want to host since it sends possible viewers their way. Yeah, but you don't need the host feature for that. You have all your links in a pinned tweet and a whole simple website to navigate. Yeah. Still though, no matter how simple it is, I mean, Linktree is very simple. No matter how simple it is, it's still gonna be more clicks for people to do, so there's that extra effort, so to speak, that if you're just like on your commute and you just want to scroll, or you're just in a waiting room and you just want to scroll things quickly, you're not gonna be as likely to click maybe. Card, Linktree? Yeah, I'm considering getting a card. It's more visually appealing. I've just been very procrastinating on that, very lazy on that. Well, because I have other priorities as well. But the pinned tweet is good. I just haven't done that because I pin my schedule every week instead. But one of these days I may no longer pin the schedule and just pin one simple thing. It's really easy to make? Okay. Ah, shocker, you have comms open for them. Aha. Just kidding. Let's see, light machine gun. World War I era water-cooled light machine gun. Man, that's always such a mouthful for me. It's a tongue twister. World War I. Whoa. It sounds like you're saying that when you say it too fast. World War I, World War I, World War I. Blah, 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 blah. That's what it sounds like. That's what it feels like. Fully automatic, long effective range. Accuracy improves with sustained fire. Increased magazine capacity, faster reloads, longer effective range at higher rarities. World War I. Yeah, there you go. World War I. Right? But yeah, mid-range. Very difficult to tell what mid-range really is. sometimes. But yeah, I'm gonna start doing what I said. I'm gonna start focusing on shooting rather than dodging. It may be bad, but hopefully it's able to make me learn things well. You know how I figured this out for Fortnite? By watching other people play it and noticing that also new players, like some of them were experts, some of them were new players. Or maybe not experts, but people that knew more than a new player for sure. Like these people are getting wins. They're not at like a FNCS, you know, an international game tournament level either, but they are definitely good. And I think that's where I'm at right now. Like I'm good, but nowhere near pro level. Long, far away from that. But the point is, I would see the way they played the game, and I noticed, okay, I think if I start playing the way they do, I will start learning better, and I will actually start improving. So, I need to watch more Vampire the Masquerade Bloodhunt streams, or even gameplay videos. It's mostly live streams where I notice this, because that's mostly what I see. Because I can also have them sort of in the background. On the other hand, a gameplay video is a little bit different. We continue being around this area, so we may find something else, more evidence of like a dismemberment. Somebody breaking the masquerade while they fed. Bad kindred. I mean, they may have turned into a white already, who knows. There's a player nearby. Let's try to avoid them. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep playing Saboteur for the rest of the stream, as I continue focusing on these quests. So it's Nosferatu City. But mark my words, if they get Malkavian in here, I'm gonna go for them already, regardless of the gameplay. At least to give them a try. And eventually I may go back to another archetype, another class that has a more comfortable gameplay for me. I should save the actual RPG for an actual Vampire the Masquerade game session, or if they finally launch the game someday, Bloodlines 2. Let's see, we know what we're looking for this time. I see it. Seems to be on the other side, so let's see if we can get there. I need to get some loot as well, but I'm emphasizing the quest right now. Oh, whoops. I used the wrong thing because I was thinking of Fortnite keybinds again. You see what I mean? Oh, man. Yeah, just Fortnite is the one I play the most. It's the Battle Royale that's treated me the best. So yeah, sorry if I just frame everything around it. It's not like it was the first ever Battle Royale. Nice, the blood bags are great. So now that makes sense to me. The ambulances are gonna have blood bags and blood syringes and the like. That makes sense. I have 2 shotguns. I need to get something else. These are not good weapons to have. Let me see if I can get something better before somebody shoots me. Ah, alright. LMG. I need to analyze that weapon and see what it's like. What benefit I gain from that. Maybe. Speaking of benefits, let's feed on someone. Increase melee damage. So sorry, miss. Hey, I'm not gonna kill you. You may feel a little bit ill after that. Because, you know, you're missing blood, but you'll regenerate it. You'll get more blood. You can recover blood. Your life, however, you can't recover. Ooh, look at that wolf howling at the moon. And I think it's a white wolf, so there you go. Vampire the Masquerade. White wolf. Now the only thing we need is a paradox. How do you do a paradox exactly? I don't know, maybe a Nosferatu that is good looking. Now there's a paradox. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm gonna get the Tommy gun here. There's supposed to be something I can find here. Is it these things? No, this is something else. See what I get from this person. Increase melee damage. Alright, somewhere between the slaughterhouse and the burning church, there's something for me. Like, there's supposed to be some sort of quest item. Ah, no, but the red gas is coming. I'm not gonna be able to do much. Like a helicopter crash. Somebody that died from that helicopter crash. Let me take a moment to see if I can find it. I see something there. What is that? Oh no, it's a mortal. Okay, well, let's feed on them. Okay, missing resident slot. What does that mean? See, that's something I still don't understand. And I have got a few hours on Bloodhunt already. Still rookie numbers, you might say, but I think I played it for about 6 or 7 hours by now. And it's gonna be more. We may reach 10 hours by the end of this. Oh, I never actually gone inside the slaughterhouse itself. This is my first time. There's still many areas of the map I'm missing, actually. So yeah, I should look more into it. I was hoping you could use the vending machine to get an orange drink. What would I do with an orange drink anyway? I can't drink that. I mean, I can, but it's gonna taste awful. It's not for a kindred. It's not for a vampire. Vampire. Out of space for blood syringes, that's okay. I don't think there's any evidence of a crashed helicopter around here. I do hear a helicopter. Not sure if you're all able to hear that over my speaking, but interesting. This is the police. Oh, yes, of course that makes sense. We got 3 armor. That's wonderful. Okay, so looking for police, trucks, for ambulances. Those are the ones that will give you great items. Okay, gas imminent. I'm trying to look for something that's like a quest item. Okay, let me just stay around here like this. It's just that there are some things that glow on the map similarly, but they end up being nothing. It's just a red herring. It could be a mortal, it could be just smoke or something, like this smoke from here, which I think is from humidity. The red gas is closing in though, so it's time to move. It's time to move. Let me get that assault rifle. Hopefully I don't get shot at here by an NPC or a player. Oh, I'll take that LMG. We have an LMG once again, but this one is a higher rarity. What do we have right here? I thought that was a door I could open because it had like the glowy lights. But that's just because it's an electric store, like it's part of the background, but that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, like there's supposed to be some quest there. I feel like I'm just gonna search for that on YouTube or something, like how to just find the thingy I'm looking for there. Hold on. This is risky, but I'm gonna take a moment to look at the map. The Divine Disco is what I wanted to go for. Is what I wanted to go for, sorry. For another quest. That's where the other record is, I think. Are these grenades, by the way? How do you throw grenades again? Was there a way to do that? I don't remember. Probably... Oh, yeah, I don't really use tab that much. Well, actually, I didn't see anything like that. I don't know. I'm still such a noob at the game. Yeah, it might be good not just to see the live streams, but also some videos like... for tutorials. Okay, this is a waste. This is a waste. This is a waste. I should not get that. And we should not get to that pharmacy either. Because it's not gonna give us any benefit. You're climbing up, are you? Very brave. Third party, though. But I did get the kill. But somebody else is around here. That's not good. Let's get the blood bag. Uh-oh. Let me see if I can recover still. I'm gonna get out of there also. Careful though, I think there's entity NPCs here. It might be better to feed on this person to recover because it's faster than the blood bag. Red gas though, let's get out of here. Ah, damn it! I was trying to use my skill to run away from there fast. Whoa. I managed to survive that, but they may get to me before I'm able to get away. Yeah, they're totally gonna make it to me before that. That was decent, though. That was decent. I could have stood a chance if I was able to see them before. Once again, it's one of the first frontiers we need to cross, which is to be able to see the enemy before they see me. I was more concerned with trying to recover there. More than anything. Let's see if we get something good here. We're just gonna get everything we can get here. Extra life. Perfect. I did get revealed, sadly, because they saw the feeding, so... This is bad news here. But I needed that extra life. I had a really good items, though. Like, I had a lot of armor, a lot of blood packs and blood syringes, so that's a shame, but I did manage to get 1 kill. Had it not been for that third party, that first kill... That kill I did there would have been a lot smoother. I might have been able to diablerize the person I killed. They were blood hunted, so I was able to find them easy. Somebody might find me in the same way. I hear movement. Somebody is nearby. Oh, it's the same motherfucker. Of course it is. It often happens that it's the same player. It's this. It happens so often, man, that it ends up being the exact same player that that kills me both times. It's funny how that works. I'm just kind of unlucky in that way. But yeah, they're gonna kill me any moment now. Okay, I survived, but for how long? Right, so there was a third party there. That's probably the only reason why they didn't kill me right there. But we still have 1 life remaining, so that's good that I was able to get that extra life. But I think this will be the actual last chance here. Whoa, what's going on here? We're glitching! Oh, this is not good. This is not good. Oh, okay. That could have been worse. If that glitch persisted, though, I don't know if there's a way to report glitches, but that would be worth reporting. If there is no in-game way to do that, I mean... At least I have the video evidence because I'm live streaming it. That's the benefit of live streaming video games. You see? Yeah, like, the only thing I can do is attempt an escape. That's the only thing I can do. Like, they completely got the surprise shot on me. They nearly always get the first shot. I tell you, the first frontier. The first frontier. It sounds so fancy, right? The first frontier. Like the final frontier. Yes, for me, maybe the final frontier. Probably not the final frontier. There's like a lot more to Fortnite than this, but... One of the big frontiers I need to cross in Fortnite is to get better at building. Of course, I could play nothing more than zero build, but... Sometimes I like to play other game modes that include build on them, and yes, sometimes I actually play regular Battle Royale with build. So there's that. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, yes! Health recovery and an extra life, let's go. Wow, thank goodness I'm able to get all these lives. Let's see, whoa, blood syringes, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go! Whoa, 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 whoa! They always shoot me first! Damn it! Han Solo! Curse you, Han Solo! You fucking Han Solo players! You keep shooting me first! Stop it! I am not Greedo! Hand shot first, you know? All of that. I like how they made reference to that hand shot first thing in the Han Solo movie. That was great. It's really fascinating to see what has become of like Star Wars media, the way they have done it. Okay, if they're coming here, it's time to shoot them. Maybe to go for melee combat as well. And I'm not watching my back though. Maybe I should watch my back actually. That's the difficult part. Like maybe I should watch my back here. And if I hear that the bomb got... Oh shoot. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I need to make the crouch be a toggle instead, because it's really hard to just keep holding the control button while I'm doing my thing. Somebody is blood hunted. We're in the final 6 players. I think I must have... Do I misremember? Did I make it to a number 2 game before? I can't remember. Top 5. This is the furthest I made. No, I don't think so. I may be mistaking it for the Rumbleverse game yesterday. But this is the, yeah. It's maybe the furthest I've ever made it. I heard some movement back here. Maybe... Yeah, it may have been a better idea to get some armor. But this is just like a van. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get armor from there. Risk and reward. We were talking about that earlier. Risk and reward. And right now the risk might... Hold on. Oh, that's a mortal. I thought that was a kindred for a moment, you see? I mean, it's time to move anyway. It's time to move. So let's see. Any armor? No armor. Anything good from this mortal? Nothing from this mortal that I will be able to get. Alright, time to move. Time for the action. Careful with the red gas, though. And the third parties. People around here, people around here, people around here. That red gas is gonna be trouble, though. But I am in the safe-ish area, sort of. Yeah, like, they're just so good at shooting. Or, well, actually, no, you know what? I'm almost certain weapon quality did play a part in this, to an extent. Somebody's gonna diablerize me before long. Where should I even go? Okay, not a diablery. Number 4! I'll take that. No, that was a good game. I mean, I mostly was number 4 based on luck, I think, because I got all those extra lives, but they were great. They were great. No, yeah, I think... Look at the skills! Look at the skills they're doing! The jump they're doing the meter jump. Let's spectate. Let's spectate these people to see if we can learn a thing or two. As I just pour myself some more water on the mate to drink it. Pardon me. I'm getting a bit loud. These are the final 3 players. The best thing you can do right now... Yeah, that's something you want to do when you're recovered. You just want to like crouch like a maniac like that. So you're harder to shoot. They're not just teabagging or just doing that to look funny. They're doing that so they're harder to shoot. Fortnite is the same. If you take a look at like top tournaments, you will see that pro players are doing that shit. And it's for that reason. Oh, they have the high ground advantage. But yeah, let's see those skills that kills. Who's gonna win this? Looks like this person is a streamer. From the name. I could be doing the same about my name, but... I prefer to use streamer mode just to be on the safe side, just in case. Streamer mode makes me have an anonymous name. I can also disable that feature. But yeah, it gives me an anonymous name. Not sure if you've noticed, I have a name like Vampire2535 or Bruja2636 or something like that. That's not a bad idea for the skills, honestly. Because when you go mid-air, it slows things down, so it makes it easier for you to shoot. But then they're just doing some things that I don't know what they're doing. Like, how did they even know where the player was there for a moment? How did they even know where the player went? I can't see a thing. How did they even know where the player is? It's so weird. Man, this person had 11 eliminations. Holy shit, man. Now, there's an expert of the game. This feels like, again, I was doing this analogy yesterday. It feels like I'm Yamcha and I'm watching Goku use Ultra Instinct. Like, I can try my best to learn from that, but it's never gonna be something I can actually do myself. No matter how hard I try to replicate it. Like, how do they know where the player went? They just know exactly where to look. This is Ultra Instinct. I can hear the Ultra Instinct theme in the background. That's an amazing skin, though. That was the end of the game. How do they do that? Like, it's one thing to try to learn from another player, but when you don't even know what they're doing and how they're doing it, like, what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? Whoa, sorry. I'm getting too excited. I bumped into my desk for a moment. Sorry if you heard that. What a mess of things. Like, how? How? It's like watching the god of destruction just destroy people and teleport. But that's nice. We continue advancing through these challenges. Got some headshots somehow. I'll take those. That's okay. I'm mostly focusing on the other quests. And let's go turn them in. And then we'll queue up as usual. Well, at least I'm having fun with this, even if I don't know half of what's happening in here. Yeah, because again, I gotta prioritize other games.
Look at you.
And yeah, actually I wanna equip this perk now. Like, it's nice to have more ammo, I guess, but this is really better. You just have to keep playing with the archetype to get what you need. So, melancholic. What does melancholic blood resonance give you exactly? Not sure if I understood that. Melancholic, however you want to say it. We didn't retrieve the record in the disco, right? So we can do that one next, depending on what Kirill tells me. I tend to keep emphasizing these quests for some reason. No particular reason, I guess.
You.
The footage shows a figure leaving shot. It's fucking blurred. If this is one of ours, I'll put their head on a pike.
Yet today.
Damn this fool. Crafty bastard must have some power to conceal themselves like that. Keep following the trail. This can't be the end of it. I get the feeling this is a La Sombra vampire. And well, La Sombra have lately been getting into the Camarilla, but it may mean that this is Sabat instead. And this changes everything because the conflict going on right now is between the Camarilla and the Anarchs. And because of it, the Second Inquisition has gotten in, I think. That's what the red fog, that's what the red gas is. But now if the Sabat is also in it, ooh boy, things are gonna get even more explosive. And it would make sense that they start like setting that up if they introduce more classes like Simitsi and La Sombra, right? Those two would make great archetypes to play as. I mentioned that earlier on the stream. Tremere and Gangrel as well would be a lot of fun. So those 4 clans I think should be emphasized. As much as I love Malkavian, I feel like that should take a back seat to those others that are like, they have more to offer in terms of fun gameplay for a battle royale game. I mean, I can see Dementation working on some mortals. So you use Dementation on a group of mortals, and then you can feed in front of them. They're too busy just going crazy that they don't notice you're feeding, so you're not breaking the masquerade. Similar to the Toreador skill in which you can charm them, and then when you feed in front of them, you don't break the masquerade. I tried to use that, but it didn't work, and instead gave me the penalty that of using my powers in public, which is counterproductive. Like, it beats the purpose. So I don't know. Hold for inventory, hold jump to climb, weapons cycle style, range weapons only. We can keep it that way. But how do I do... Is there a way to change the crouching so that it's toggle instead of holding it? That's what I was hoping to switch. It would make it a lot easier, but there doesn't seem to be a way to do that. Hold jump to climb. Seems to be quite different with a game controller. Graphics, key bindings, crouch, toggle, archetype, discipline. Yeah, wait. Oh no, reset the category. I messed up. Whoa. Okay, we can reset that. Crouch, toggle. But it's not a toggle. Oh, with C is how you toggle it instead of using control. May want to switch those. Left control. And then crouch without a toggle. Where do you see that? Yeah, I'd rather have it like a toggle. Okay, they switch places. Perfect. Yeah. Ah, there's a way to quick use the blood bag. 4 for the syringe, 5 for the blood bag, 6 for armor, 7 for the red gas neutralizer. That's gonna be helpful. 6 and 7 are bound to my mouse. 5 is a little bit hard to reach though. But it's doable. And blood syringe I can definitely do, so I'm gonna try to remember that. Push to talk is left out. I'm gonna try not to push that. Ping enemy with T. I think a double mouse wheel click would be better. That's what I'm used to, at least. Heightened senses, secondary weapon, free turn camera. Switch fire mode. Okay. Melee weapon, emote, interact, map toggle. I feel like I want to switch these two so I can make it be just like other battle royale games. I'm gonna do it like this. So E is interact and F is the discipline. The thing is, F is one of those keys in the keyboard which has like the little I forget what you call them, but it's the little thing that you can feel so you can find your place on the keyboard. So it's very easy to find the F key. The notch, is it called? You know, the little like thingy so that you can feel a difference with that key from the other keys. You can tell it apart just by touch without having to look at it. Also on the numerical keyboard, 5 in the very center is like that. What did you call those things? Notches? You can actually buy those so you can assign them to any key. And I actually wanted to assign that to the number 5 on the regular keyboard because it's hard to reach that 5 otherwise. But alright, I'm gonna try to use E to interact with things now. I might forget it though because I'm already used to using F to interact with things here, so let's see how it goes. And then we still have things in Rudolphinon, the Divine Disco, and also somewhere around here, there's supposed to be something of a crash helicopter, I don't know what. Hopefully we can find it. I've been looking for it for so many times, but... sorry, you probably heard that slurp of my mate. Yerba mate. I highly recommend it, great source of caffeine, and a very super unique drink. Depending on where you are in the world though, it may be hard for you to find because it's mostly a South American thing, but there is such a thing as internet. You should be able to find the things you need for that there because it requires a special container and a special straw to drink. It's a very particular drink. But I mean, I guess in that way it's not different than like high quality coffee or tea, which require... Oh shit, that's not what I wanted to do. Which require... Let's see, the thing I'm looking for. I think I see it. I think it's up there. Hopefully I don't get killed before I get to it. I see it, I see it. I collected it. See, I nearly used F there for a moment. I'm glad that didn't happen. Oh yeah, and the crouch is no longer with toggle. I mean, holding. Maybe toggling that is better. Hey, don't you run away from me. I'm gonna be revealed though. Oh, A is to feed. Okay. I need to get used to that too. Oh man. Yeah, and I ended up using the discipline instead. I might have to get used to it. This is a waste, by the way, this feeding. Because every time I slide, I end up staying crouched after the slide. Which is different from other games in that way. Somebody... Yeah, I needed better weapons. And they sort of had an advantage in other ways. But yeah, they were able to get better shots at me. And I did have a blood bag, but I messed up. I was once again trying to use my clan discipline, my bomb, and I used the wrong key. It's gonna be a matter of getting used to it. I think. Ah, you see, I did it again. Britney Spears. Oops, I did it again. Da 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 da. I'm not so innocent. Okay, the alarm is gonna sound here, but let's see if we can get something good. Come on. I don't have all day. Because that calls attention, so... somebody might kill me after that. But yeah, I gotta remember to interact with things in this way. Now. But it's for the best, I just need to get used to it. But I mean, Apex Legends is like that, Fortnite is like that. I think other games, I can't remember them right now. Realm Royale is like that, yeah. Like, this game is the only one that didn't use E for those things. Like, to pick up objects, to interact with quest items for Any sort of interaction of that sort. That's the thing. That's the difference. What is that? Why was that highlight in golden? There was a golden highlight to that. What is up with that? That's just like a statue, I think. That was... What is the past participle of highlight? Highlight or highlighted? I never heard anyone say highlight. What is that? Oh, it's just the... It's just the actual light from the... It's just the neon lighting from the thing itself. That's funny. Maybe the developers need to do something about that. Make the light feel different. Okay, let's get this LMG. We still want to use this assault rifle, though, if we can help it. There's a lot of people around here. The hitboxes do feel a little bit big, though, and I mean that in a good way. Like, you would think your shot is not gonna land, but it actually lands. Let's see, blood syringe, and I use the shortcut for... Oh, fuck. I am dead. Wow, I got sandwiched between half a dozen people here. Well, the best thing I can do is just to try to wait it out here. And see what I can do. I still have a blood bag and a blood syringe in my inventory. Let's see if I can use both of them. It's time to run away. Time to get the hell out of here. See, the thing about a lot of people being there was also beneficial because nobody is gonna be able to down me, or rather, they are too focused on the battles they're all having with each other. So they'll just leave me down there for a moment and I'm able to recover. Why is the stream like this? Why does it turn into a slideshow? I'm so sorry, everyone. Wow, we are definitely not gonna stream this game again in a long time. Why does this happen? Oh man, it just turns into a slideshow sometimes. Oh, what a mess. Yeah, again, this is one of those cases in which I want to work on my aiming better. When you're moving around a lot, you can't do a lot with your aiming, that's the problem. Why does the stream turn into a slideshow? Oh, saite. That is the worst. That's what that means in Japanese, I think. I'm sorry that today was kind of a choppy slideshow. Just leave the session. Oh man, that's such a shame. I have it in the lowest possible settings, like... It's low settings, it's 30 FPS. Like, I can't go any lower, I think. It's as potato as I can make it, and it's still a problem. This game, I don't know, maybe it needs to be optimized, because not even Apex Legends has given me these issues, although it's been a while since I streamed Apex. So yeah, similarly, when I stream Apex, we're gonna have to go for very low settings. FYI, FYI. FYI, everyone. Well, I'm so sorry, Bloodhunt, but we are not gonna stream you again, my friend. Especially since I suck at the game, there's not much to stream from here. But alright, let's talk to the Bruja Grimogen and complete this quest. Yeah, you see, I'm pushing the wrong keys. I'm trying to interact with E. Huh. But it's just opening this instead. Oh, shit. Okay, I need to change the key. So I will need to... Fuck. I will need to change the keybind to what it was before. Oh well. That's okay.
Listen.
Nothing. Whoever it was knew exactly where the cameras were and which way they pointed. Just a few glimpses of a long coat. If only half the licks in Prague didn't wear long black coats. Keep this quiet. If there's someone in Elysium with such a weak grasp of their beast, they'll succumb to it again, and I'll be there to handle it.
I know.
Not all Bruja left the Camarilla after the Conclave of Prague, only the weak-minded.
Come here.
You did something? That's good enough, Kirill. Thank you very much. Well, that sucks that the game just lags on me like that. I wanted to give it more of a chance, but this is another reason why I should not return to it, for the live stream at least. And if that is the case, I don't think I'll be playing it much off the stream either. But yeah, I want to have this music in the background while we end things. Hopefully it doesn't get laggy again. Well, a reminder of what we have this week, maniacs. That was the Vampire the Masquerade Bloodhunt Wednesday stream. Yesterday we had Rumbleverse right there. As Battle Royale week continues. And yeah, that word Royale, we're gonna hear it in 2 ways tomorrow as we have Realm Royale. I just want to keep you mindful of that schedule, of the time for that. It is a different starting time than my regular streams. That is usually like at 3 Eastern. This time it's gonna be 6 p.m. Eastern. We may have a collab with Allurin if everything works out wonderfully. And maybe more people, you never know. But at least it's gonna be a duo situation. There's actually no duos option, I think, so it would be trios with a random player. If I recall correctly. In Realm Royale. I suck at that game too, but I don't think I suck as much as this one, and the graphic settings are definitely better. You know, maybe I also need to update my graphics drivers. I was talking about this yesterday. And then in the morning, we have Dungeons & Dragons. This is going to be over at Alan Lex's channel. And then later in the evening, at 9 Eastern, Fortnite. And again, a collab with other people, with Ronin and other people maybe, if everything works out well. And then we have Apex Legends, once again, a collab with a couple people, if possible. If they're able to make it. One of them is a maybe, and the other has pretty much confirmed. But you never know what may happen. And that one's gonna be at 7 Eastern. And there's Central Time, Pacific Time as well. I wish I could put more time zones in there, but I just can't find the space. You know, I suck at graphic design as well. But those are the plans that we have for this week. No raid this time either. No raid today either, as we're dropping a lot of frames. Man, I don't know. Maybe I just need to do some optimization with the graphic drivers with Bloodhunt. But, I mean, there's no shortage of other games I can play instead, so... Instead of playing Bloodhunt, I'm just gonna play them. Instead of streaming Bloodhunt, I'm just gonna stream them instead. That's a shame that we had a slideshow like that. It probably wasn't a good experience for all of you, so I apologize. I had no idea that it got like this. I don't know if it got like this last week. I don't think it did, but you never know. Anyway, hopefully I'm able to sort that out, but at least we can go for other games instead. Whatever the case, maniacs, that was it for today. Thank you so much for the follows, for the lurks, for the chatting, whatever it is you did today, for the hydrates. Thank you so much for all that, maniacs. For that, that's gonna be it for this stream. Battle Royale week continues. This is the second of 5 streams. So there's gonna be way, way more. So whatever way I see you next on the rest of this week, I shall see you round.